All right, everybody. Saturday night, another Kyle Less Saturday night. Seems to be a problem around here lately. Nah, we gave him the night off. It's his wife's birthday. Family comes first, right? Well, listen, we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We've got Hawkeye. We've got Spider-Man No Way Home. We've got pressing questions. We've got all kinds of craziness we're going to talk about and much, much more. Make sure you guys check out the drinking game. And that being said, cue the music, Brian. All right. What's going on, gents? Another Saturday night. A lot of fun in the LBC, and we've got a lot to talk about. It's been a crazy busy week for me, and we'll get into it tonight on Modern Comic Mayhem. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with us. We've got Solo Wookie, we got Sam. Make sure you guys go check out Triple D Dodgeball ASAP. We've got Red Hood, and we've got Ish. We didn't get to talk much, Ish, about the fantastic World Scottsdale Con, so I definitely want to talk about that at some point, hear more about that. And yeah, what's going on, guys? How you guys been?
Old and grumpy.
Old and grumpy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell. You're getting old. You're getting old.
I don't know. I think he's lost like 20 years since he shaved his beard.
I know. What the hell are you talking about?
Looks like he's fresh out of high school.
Yeah, who is that guy?
Young and grumpy.
You guys got any comics? I gotta make sure I don't get acne on my comics.
No.
You shave off your beard and the kids are still dancing all over your yard. It's like, damn, can't you just get off my yard already?
Hey, did you guys see that third print with Jonathan Kent making out with some chick with pink hair?
We're not going to get into that. I knew that was coming too. What up, Yee? How you doing?
Hey, brother? How's it going? Just finished breaking some cards on Whatnot.
Did you guys pull anything?
So I was pulling. I did like 3 blasters of Absolute, and I pulled 2 patch cards that were exactly the same. Like
so did I.
Two different blasters. It was weird. Like,
yeah, but those are the manufactured patch cards.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I mean, patch card.
It's got a patch of the jersey on it or something fake,
okay.
like a little.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It was kind of crazy. Like the same player too.
Who?
I don't remember.
I got 2. So I found cards for the first time in probably like a year and a half in Walmart. They were baseball. So there was 2 top updates, blasters, and some of the Mosaic baseball. So I bought 2 of the Topps update blasters and got 2. I got 1 Bryce Harper patch card and another Bryce update patch card, just like you. But they look a little bit different, so I don't know if there's anything weird. But
yeah, well, some of those update ones are pretty cool.
I have a dumb question because I don't do the cards like you guys do. Do they just take one jersey and cut it up and make, just say, 1 million? So if that's a patch card, right, so that there's jersey in it, do they just cut up the front and back of one whole jersey and then make like 300 cards out of that, or 3,000 or 50,000? Or how does that work? Do you guys know?
I think Topps has a way to like actually track now, like with the serial number on the back. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brian, but like you can tell which game it came from and everything, right?
Yeah, there's 2 different types of patch cards now. There's game worn and non-game worn. Any of the game worn stuff has a hologram on the back. Any of the non-game worn stuff, it could be
did they put on
the player,
or they could have worn it for like a conference or something,
for a photo shoot. Yeah,
something stupid like that.
I've heard they actually they have a session where they just take jerseys on and off, so it's like legit that they wore it, but they wore it for a second, and then they go and get cut up.
That's jacked up. That is, oh man, that is some bad. That's bad.
But it's the same for like movie cards, where it's like a piece of the costume, and there's a difference if it's like an on screen, the actor wore it on screen, but oftentimes it's like the 10th version of the costume that was never used, or the stunt double wore it, or a stand-in, or it was just an example. And those often end up in cards too.
So do they label it? I'm hearing what Yeezy is saying is that they do label it differently, and Brian, that they do label the card differently depending on the jersey that they used. So if it's a game one, it says on the card, hey, this is a game worn jersey from this game. Or do they just hose you and be like, no, you get a jersey and this is the piece, and it is
depends
what it fucking is.
Depends on what the product you're buying. Like that absolute shit.
Yeah, if it's game worn,
not game worn.
They'll definitely say it's game worn.
Yeah, but if it's game worn, it'll tell you what game it was worn in, what all that stuff. It'll tell you all that. You just have to go and look it up on their page.
Yeah, like this is from National Treasures. And
I love that movie.
Yeah, so it's a Omar Vasquez. Vizquel, my bad. And then on the back it does say game. Oh, there it goes.
At least it's just devalued. It's just Omar Vizquel. It's no Trout.
Yeah, exactly. So, but on the back it does say it's game worn and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I mean it's Panini, so I don't know how much you want to trust them.
Is Triple Feds Panini? I thought Triple Feds was Pop.
No, this is National Treasures.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. I did a team break, and I ended up getting like 5 cards out of the National Treasure box for $100.
Wow.
Like, yeah. So I was like, kind of like that was random. Like, $600, $700 box for $100, and we got like more than half the box.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I guess I'm just one of those lucky people.
Man, I can't handle like buying a pack and there's like 3 cards in it, man. Like, fuck that, dude. Like, that's some like hell nah, man. I'm like, I want at least 10 cards in a pack, dude. That is such bullshit, dude. Like, and then if you don't get anything, and as expensive as that shit is, like, you might as well go to like a 7-Eleven and get a scratch off, man.
Hold on here. Hartman says, I bought 3 Tangers and had 2 autos thanks to my cheat code. If you're in there weighing packs, I'm going to be pissed, man. You better not be in there weighing packs. No fucking pack weighers allowed here.
Man, I tried weighing packs on packs that I had already bought to see if they weighed differently. And I mean, it's got to be substantial. Like, I had a food scale, and
he's coughing. You know what that means.
You better not be doing that. That is fucking no bueno, my friend.
Nah, man. I wanted to see if there was a difference.
Well, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people who are doing it in the stores. You know what I mean?
How do you do it in the store? Do you take the scale with you?
Yeah.
Well, so Brian may remember. You remember those old school scales that you used to hold by hand? Yeah. I mean,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, anyways, I was chatting with Hartman, and then one of the store clerks, like at wherever he went, I'm not gonna call out the store, but they were like, kind of like,
Walmart.
Hey, no, they're like, Target. Hey, where's your scale? And then they're like, so they encouraged it too at the store. Like that is
them.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Crazy. Yeah,
fuck them. That is use the food scale.
Yeah, break this down a little bit for maybe some of us who don't know. I kind of understand.
Don't break it down. Just don't do it. It is
what
fucking
you're saying
gross.
Is there's a difference. Like so if it's got like a jersey in it, say one of those jersey cards, because the jersey card weighs more.
What is your problem, Solo? I just said don't fucking talk about this bullshit. We don't want to fucking. We don't want, seriously. I
don't fully understand or grasp
that. If I walk into a fucking Walmart and I see a Pax wear, I'm fucking calling you out. I'm shame this man. Shame this man. Fuck that.
Can I do it with comics? Like if I go to Walmart and I weigh comic packs, is the 1 in 1,000
you know what used to be a thing? And Brian,
I'm sure you'll pull those lenticulars that way.
And I can guarantee Brian can attest to this. I used to hate people that would fuck up rack packs trying to fucking and just ruin the cello. You know, those cards came in. I'm like, dude, man, you're fucking up the rack packs, dude. That's why rack packs, they should be more valuable than they are because people got their hands on them and fucked with them and, you know.
Oh, man, there was times where I'd walk in, I'd see those motherfuckers weighing Pokemon packs before it got good to sports card kids. And I would just think to myself, how many kids are going to just not get any cool Pokemon cards because some douchebags in there weighing Pokemon packs? Fuck that weighing shit. Don't do that.
It's dirty. It's dirty deeds. I totally
on the lighter side, we
get it.
We had some kids in the shop do that. I mean, they were like 10, 11, but they were weighing them. So I convinced them it's not the weight. You have to smell them. That the special so now we got them sniffing the packs, trying to figure it out.
The smell of cards.
Man.
Is that going to become a thing?
That being said, that was Hartman says I was the kid who didn't win shit, so that gives them the right to do it now. Oh my god,
that's awesome! I'd have had to follow that up and put like one of those skunk scratch and stiff stickers on the back of every one of those packs. Like
I want to go in there and put a fucking. I want to go in there and put like a weight on all of them. I'm gonna go and stick like a 2 ounce freaking
tape weight
cards now. Like if there's no thick auto card, they'll just put a thick piece of cardboard. So
they'll fake it out. Yeah.
Well, see, that's kind of what I was trying to ask. Is the
space?
Don't they balance? I thought they balanced them all now. Like if
they use the spacers, then they should all weigh the same no matter what.
Yeah, I thought that's what they did already.
Yeah.
No, I first started noticing. So it's like I said, if you ever see any of those people selling like the Bowman Mega Packs on eBay, never buy them because they're weighed, and if they weigh a couple ounces over, they know they have a thick numbered card or a thick auto. So.
I thought they'd found a way to take care of that, but I guess not. And there you go, folks. Wookiee don't buy cards.
Yeah.
I'll buy some Spawn cards. That's as far as my card addiction goes. Maybe some Star Wars cards.
Oh, hit me up. I have some Valiant cards if you're interested in those.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what's underrated? The upper deck. Avengers and Infinity War and Endgame and Black Panther unopened packs.
Yeah.
So
Marvel
underrated.
Ages, I think, is one.
Yeah. But from the MCU movies, like Iron Man, because like if you get an auto of one of those stars, those cards are like astronomical. Like especially like a Chadwick Boseman auto.
Oh yeah. I wonder how many there were in that run.
There was I saw he had at least 2 different autos, on there, man. But like they still have unopened pack boxes of Black Panther. That might be something.
Do those sell pretty good? Do you know, Red Hood? Are you selling those or?
No, I'm not. I'm looking.
Okay.
Last I saw there was a box for about 120, 130. But I think there was like 10 packs. But to try and get an auto, man, I mean that would be something. You pull a Chadwick Boseman, man, like you command
like
your
a Chris
own
Evans auto or something.
No, but with Chadwick not being here anymore, you basically can command your
that's
own
probably
price.
the biggie,
Yeah, especially you level up and get it a PSA or a Beckett, you know.
Well, and Heroes Reborn is saying that what Robert Downey Jr. signed Iron Man went for $10,000.
Yep. And you can still get unopened packs. Fuck yeah.
Oh wow, just a card?
Yeah.
Well,
holy cow.
Bro, it's his rookie, bro. It's his rookie Iron Man card, bro.
Well, what about the CGC was doing those the private signing with Robert Downey Jr. Like, what do you think? What does the panel think about? Yeah, but what do you think those 9.8s coming back? What do you think those will command?
Oh God!
When they hit the market,
a lot.
Do you think it'll hit $10,000? Depending on the variant that's signed on or book.
Yeah, it's got to be the right book too, man. You know, we were talking about would Downey sign Demon in the Bottle, you know, because of his substance abuse issues, and that would be the book, in my opinion, because you know it's almost life imitating art or vice versa.
Sure,
but I think for Robert to sign that book, he probably even wouldn't really look at the book. I'm not signing that book, you know, about alcoholism, you know, but you never know. You get him to sign that and you got a 9.8, dude, like.
Well, I mean,
you really think he reads the comics though?
Yeah, no, I was going to say that.
He may have, you know, researched it because it was, you know, a basis for Iron Man 2, and he was supposedly drinking in Iron Man 2, right? So.
And there was also a charity event. You know, all the money was raised, so I really doubt he's going to decline to sign something.
Yeah,
I mean, he has the right to.
Yeah. You know, but in my opinion, if you're going to pay that much for a signature, you should be allowed to pick the fucking color and send in a pen that you want it signed, right? I you know, got in a little beef with Donnie Cates, and I don't want to go down this you know, thing, but like he went off on me on Twitter about a neon green Sharpie, and I'll just leave it at that. He was being he was being a mean person to me. Right? I'm getting better, Aaron. I'm getting better. He was being a mean person to me. So, like, if you're gonna spend money to get an auto, those motherfuckers should let you. If you want that shit in crayon, they should let you do it. You're fucking paying it, you know. They shouldn't be allowed to sign whatever pen they want. You're paying for the fucking autograph.
You went to all that trouble to avoid saying asshole.
Yeah.
Called them a motherfucker.
No, I was talking about Donnie Cates on one of our other pods, and I had to call and apologize to a LCS owner that's good friends with his wife and all that, you know. So I'm not going to go down that shit again, you know. But I like Donnie.
So, all right, let's get into some of the week's news and week stuff. Did you guys watch Hawkeye?
Yes.
Anybody not watch it? Nobody good. So we got.
I didn't see the second episode.
What?
Okay.
What?
Yeah, that was the best one. We got 2 episodes. So, the absolutely amazing and insufferable. And the reason I say amazing is because he's so insufferable in this movie, and that makes him that I hate him, and that means he's a good actor, right? If you hate somebody for the character they're playing, they're a good actor. I mean, so Jeremy Renner is so insufferable in this movie that I want him to get punched in the nose like over and over. He is such a like. I don't know, man. Smoke a joint or something. But he's playing that role perfectly, right? And I thought that was really good. I thought it was very interesting, the whole swordsman play. I didn't put 2 and 2 together until, you know, that scene and with the fencing.
Fencing,
yeah. But I think that what's her name?
Haley Steinfeld
is freaking awesome, man.
Mama!
She is great.
Yeah.
She's playing a good role of that kind of that person that's like super overconfident and because they've been doing it their whole lives, that type of person. We all know that type of person, and she's playing it to the key. But Lucky the Pizza Dog has stolen the show.
Dude, yeah. I don't know. They digitally took away one of his eyes or something like that, right?
I think they had to, because if you see the production photos beforehand, it's a normal looking dog.
Yeah.
So what is the reason for Hawkeye's chip on his shoulder?
He's just hurt, man. He's just playing. I mean, he's playing the part really well.
I don't know what the reason is. That's a great question.
I don't know if he is playing the part or if part of his real life is part of that part. I think that he's a little tired of being Hawkeye. I think he kind of wants to move on to some other stuff and not be so Hawkeye focused. And I think that comes out a little bit in his acting. I think he's doing it, like you said, he's knocking it out of the park, and he's he's disgusted.
I think his character, he's got so much damage, right? He's one of the only ones that really, other than Black Widow, that doesn't really have any superpowers, right? So it's already starting to affect him. He's losing his hearing. He lost his best friend, Black Widow. He's trying to get readjusted. So he's dealing with all that, and it's almost like, he bumps into this prodigy Archer, and he's like, oh, here we go again, because he's trying to like, I'm done with it, I'm retired type of thing.
So he's Danny Glover from Lethal Weapon.
Pretty much, he's going to be the I guess the Yoda. You know what I mean?
I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's even better. Like how they're going to play that. But I like Jeremy Renner. Yeah, Murtaugh.
Yeah. Well, and he's kind of been dragged through it. Like Red Hood was saying, I mean, lost his best friend, deaf, got blown up in the basement, run around with the gauntlet, which is how he lost his hearing. He kind of has been through the ringer in the last. They've really beat the shit out of him since the first movie, and then he
lost his family, right?
Lost his family, got him back now.
His family got him back. Loki made him the bad guy and used him to get all the other stuff in the first Avenger. The dude's been beaten up for the last 10 years.
Here's an interesting statistic, though: the Avengers in the MCU are 0-4 when Hawkeye's not in the battle. They're 7-0 when he is in the battle.
Bro, that's some good stats right there, bro.
That is a good stat. Yeah,
he's a key player
because he can see the whole field.
The whole field.
Because he ain't hearing shit anymore. That's for sure.
So Jeremy Renner's been in a lot of movies, right? But like one of my favorites is you guys remember The Town, where he just played this insane bad guy, right? And Ben Affleck goes, hey man, I need your help. We got to go hurt some people. You can't ask me why, and you can't, we got to go beat the shit out of him. And he goes, whose car are we taking? You guys remember that? That was some awesome shit, man. But
I think he even got a Oscar nomination for that role.
Oh, did he?
For Hurt Locker?
Only one.
Oh, Hurt Locker.
Well, he's talking about The Town.
Oh, okay.
No, for The Town.
Hood's talking about The Town. But yeah, he did get Oscar nominated for Hurt Locker too.
Yeah.
There you go.
But he's come out in some what was that one with Colin Farrell? Where he's FBI SWAT. Oh, it's SWAT, right?
SWAT.
That was where he played the bad guy.
Cover Lover says something that you took my damn line, dude. Predator 2 was way better than the first Predator. And that's not saying that first Predator was bad, but Danny Glover, man, and getting that Predator freaking blade and everything about Predator 2 is way better than Predator 1. So I agree with you, Cover Lover. Best lethal weapon ever.
Oh, Predator 2 was awesome, man. They had
you haven't seen Predator 2?
Bro, They had Easter eggs in that fucking Predator ship, dude. They had the alien skull in there, bro. They had Easter eggs before Easter eggs were a thing, bro.
That's true. Right. That's when we're like,
you still can't. You can't top the first movie, though.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, man. That scene where they're all where they're all in the frozen thing and what's his name? Yeah. They're just that in the Predators just and they're cutting them up.
Dude.
Oh man.
So I can't wait for the new Predator. Hopefully they do it right, man. And
Yeah, Predator Prey. Or it's called Prey, right?
Prey.
Yeah.
But then also you guys, what do you think of Tony Dalton? I freaking love Tony Dalton.
Yes.
He's so good in Better Call Saul. He's so terrifying and so charming at the same time. I feel like this is kind of like paint by colors for him. Yeah. It's going to be a real walk in the park for him compared to what he's doing on Better Call Saul.
Well, you know what so here's what I first thought, right? So when you see her real dad, right? And you see in the way he looks, and then you see the swordsman guy, they look the same. They look both like he's playing the same role. Right?
It took me a second to kind of differentiate between the two.
Because her real dad, her real dad was like mustache, same thing, same type of hair. And then
and it has
but he didn't look like alpha male Tony Dalton.
I mean, we only got
he looks more like Office Space.
Yeah.
Tony Dalton.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think she's going to be Madame Mask?
The mom?
The mom? I mean, it would have to be. There's only 6 episodes. I mean, so we already knocked out 2 of them.
Yeah, we're almost.
Yeah, she's kind of acting weird. I'll be honest.
Oh, well, the whole exchange with Armand Duquesne wasn't about Jack. It wasn't about the swordsman. It was about her. So she's got some dark secrets that she's hiding that won't surface. You know, they're going to take us by surprise for a while, and then they'll come up in probably the second to last episode. And we'll be like, oh, remember that exchange with Armand? It was actually the mom calling the shots and sending Jack to go kill the
bro,
guy.
Yeah. I got a crush on Echo, bro.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Dude, the chick with the one leg, bro.
I'd go she's deaf, too.
See, I love that mom. The mom
I'm going to get in trouble.
Her actress, as an actress, she's amazing. She played the mom in Psycho and in the TV.
You're talking about Bates Motel.
Yeah, Bates Motel.
Vera Farmiga's her name.
You know what I was just going to say, Solo?
Such a good actress, man.
You know what I was just going to say? The exact fucking opposite. I can't stand that actress, man. I cannot stand her.
She's so bad in The Departed.
Oh
yeah.
God, she was bad in that.
And you know,
The Departed?
She's also
she's the psychiatrist.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah, she's bad in like everything.
So
she does,
bad in
man.
that movie.
Oh, I loved her in Bates Motel. Oh, she did. She knocked it out of the park. But there's another movie.
She was good in the Sopranos movie.
Yeah.
When she plays really unlikable characters, she's all right.
Dude, that Sopranos movie.
Many Saints in Newark. Is that what you're talking? Or the?
It kind of did suck. Yeah,
that did suck, man. It was terrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, that Vera
I thought her
Farmiga chick
casting
is terrible.
as the mom, as Olivia, worked.
Wasn't she also in? Wasn't she also in the movie about the 2 psychics, Lorraine and Ed Warren? Is that her?
I don't know.
Man.
Anyway,
she was in the George Clooney movie Up in the Air.
Very punchable. I agree.
Yes,
Up in the Air was very boring.
Yeah.
But you know, Clooney had it wired,
overhyped.
You know, to get through security when he was getting on the plane, just the right amount of clothing, and you know, just he had it wired because he was always on a fucking plane. So,
okay, AOA. AOA? What do you mean by jubs?
Yeah, her performance in Bates Motel was so good though. She's that actress that you kind of love to hate because she does a good job at being unlikable. And hey, if it wasn't for Bates Motel, we may not have Stray Dogs. So little insider on that. That's how Stray Dogs got created.
You're all full of the Stray Dogs info tonight, man.
Well,
just pulling it out.
Have you been hanging out with Tony?
I haven't lately. I did send him a message a week or two ago and wished him the best. Hey, he's so busy right now. Tony's the best, man. If you guys ever get a chance to meet Tony or hang out with him, that guy's just amazing.
Yeah, but him and Trish, I love being on a podcast with them.
It's great. Trish is awesome too. But yeah, I loved her acting, and I thought this was another great role for her because she's that likable, unlikable character. Like, she's good at being unlikable in this. Because as her mom, you kind of don't like her. You're kind of like, wow, you're not the best mom. But I mean, that's kind of the character.
I think maybe we ought to do a poll and see where we think this is going to go. Is she going to turn out to be the main villain of the series or what?
I think that's obvious.
What about Kingpin?
I don't think we're going to see Kingpin.
What? Yeah. Hell yeah, we are.
That'd be awesome though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've heard both. I've heard both. They've
already pretty much confirmed it that he's going to come out, and they're talking about
like last episode. I heard that there's a rumor that's saying that like, hey, he's going to show up in the
and they're digitally making him big.
I heard it's Mephisto,
and then that's probably more believable.
That's the rumor I'm going with, the Mephisto rumor. These rumors
finally get Mephisto.
Really
well.
Hey, Aaron, I think your shit keeps on. I think your shit keeps on rubbing against your thing, or somebody's does. It might not be yours.
It
is. Switch off your headphones, Mike.
Yeah. Let me switch it to this mic.
Yeah, to the right one.
Yeah.
You're good, brother. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Kingpin is going to show up in this, but I think they'll reference him, if anything. Maybe.
Eric Hurd asked,
do you think? Never know.
Do you think Kate's dad faked his death in the beginning of Hawkeye?
No.
Well, I mean, there was no body, but they did the funeral, which is as good as showing a body.
Why would he fake his death? They didn't really make it seem like that was a possibility. Usually they would kind of foreshadow that, right?
Well, we don't know anything at this point. There was some fighting. We didn't really get a sense of what the substance of the fight was about. And then he was gone. That's it.
Yeah. Are we gonna get Echo with the hand on her face?
I would think so.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think they've done a lot to kind of bring in the comics accurate costumes for these folks. So I'm sure at some point we'll get that.
Lottie Da, great comment. Lottie Da Record says, my prediction, Mom is indebted to Kingpin and she's kept with his money. They tease him near the end of the series.
I could see that. I could see a tease of him. I'd be surprised if
he's coming out.
Red Hood's, he's in on it. He's like, no, I called the producers. We sat down, we had a little chat, and I said he's coming, so he's coming.
There's some leaked photos of him on the set. So, like,
hold on, let me look that up.
Yeah, let's see those. The proof is in the pudding, wise guy.
I liked how they showed Battle of New York from Kate Bishop's perspective. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, for the intro?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great point. I thought that was really solidified the timeline that you were looking at.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Because
2 days ago, this comes from a don't take the site for any reason other than crazy rumors, but there is a rumor, again, don't take this site for gospel. Epicstream.com says for the last few weeks several scoopers have said that D'Onofrio will indeed be appearing as Kingpin and Hawkeye and will have a much different look than the one where we saw him in Netflix's Daredevil. Twitter user Gangsta A has posted a photo view at your own risk. Hold on. Let's just make sure that this photo is
Risky click of the night.
That looks like a video game.
This looks ridiculously doctored.
That's ridiculously doctored. That looks like a video game.
Looks legit to me, guys.
Yeah, that looks a little fake.
You might get your eyes checked then.
Yeah.
For the last few weeks, several scoopers have said that D'Onofrio will indeed be appearing as Kingpin and Hawkeye, and will have a much different look. Legend Kingpin, and it has.
How do I get a job as one of these scoopers?
You don't
just write shit on post it on the internet. That's all you
and then you have another website, like reference your website, and then their website will reference another one.
That's right.
Yeah, you get a Photoshop. Get your Photoshop. Start printing pictures, scanning them in.
Get shut out on Tales from the Flipside.
Yeah,
post it on Twitter.
The first thing you got to do is you got to do your apprenticeship for at least 2 years at an ice cream parlor, and then after something like and it can't be Cold Stone because they don't scoop their ice cream. So you got to get your scoop like at 31 flavors.
There was a Daredevil Easter egg in Hawkeye, supposedly, though.
What was that?
I'll have to rewatch it.
Tell us.
What was it?
I could see him dropping like a bunch of hits.
What the hell is this?
They were just at a location, a common location in New York.
In episode 1 of Hawkeye, the hotel where the party of the underground auction takes place is in season 3 of Daredevil, the home of Wilson Fisk. Whoa.
That's
that place where they did that auction is the home of Wilson. That is interesting.
That is interesting.
Here we go, baby.
That's one that I can kind of go, maybe.
Yeah, I could wrap my head around that.
Yeah, and it also, maybe it could be the thing that she's kind of hiding from everybody, and that Armand Duquesne was confronting her about. But she's definitely not on the up and up. And I don't know, Red Hood, you're starting to convince me, man.
I'm telling you, bro. He's coming out, dude. He's coming out.
But he's not dude. Those pictures were ass. Those pictures were ass.
Oh, did they make a Funko Pop like Mephisto? Because then I'm on board. I'm all in. If there's a
he's
Funko
black
Pop,
suit Kingpin.
it's coming.
You
the
know,
black and gold Kingpin.
What if that Mephisto stuff was true, but they scrapped it? What if it was true that he was going to make an appearance and they just,
I think it would have been.
Well, then he didn't make an appearance.
At the same time, he was the main villain in the Heroes Reborn, right?
Well,
in the comic books.
Who's that?
Mephisto.
So check this out.
So while everyone was talking about Mephisto and WandaVision, Mephisto was actually behind the guy in the whole Heroes Reborn.
It says, this is very interesting. So you guys all know who Daniel Rickman is, RPK. According to insider Daniel Rickman, Daredevil and most of the show's main cast will be playing a big part in the upcoming series with Alaqua Cox, Echo, the Maya Lopez series. He has asserted that while Echo will remain Alaqua Cox's show, it will be used as a platform to softly reboot the selected Daredevil characters into the MCU. So there you go.
I mean, it would make sense because you have so many easy tie-ins between with Kingpin. There's so many people you can tie in there with the way they're going.
I just want to see Kingpin and Spider-Man.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm
Venomized Kingpin. What? Did I just spoil something? Was that?
Hey, you just get a scoop? Yeah.
Fucking A, Cotton.
No, it's almost like if it's not from Feige, he just, and it's irritating. Those
Venomized Kingpin.
Those Netflix shows, aside from Iron Fist, those Netflix shows were amazing.
I don't think Iron Fist is that bad. I think Iron Fist gets a bad rap.
Well,
okay, no, stop right there.
I agree with Brian.
Iron Fist,
bro.
The best moment of Iron Fist was when everyone in the very end of the very last episode show up with their glowing fists, and they're all like kicking ass, right? Everybody has their glowing fist or their glowing gun, and we didn't get any of that. Why was that the best moment, and why did they save it for nothing to ever be done with it? So no, Iron Fist, ass.
Yeah.
I wanted to like that so much.
I liked the Colleen Wing character. I liked the.
Awesome.
I thought Colleen was awesome.
Yeah.
Danny Rand.
I'm with Brian. I think it got a lot worse rap than what it. I kind of enjoyed it. Was it a great knockout? No. But when you're doing Iron Fist like that, and you're up against Punisher and Daredevil, and how good those were. Or even Jessica Jones.
Punisher cried for 6 episodes before it got good.
Oh, come on.
Punisher talking about his feelings and crying. The Punisher series drove me fucking nuts.
Dude, he did such a great job.
I like Punisher, man. Where did we talk about that? We talked about it on some show how well the casting was. Ooh.
Didn't you talk about that last night?
Maybe it was last night, yeah.
On the Hot 10? Or was it
no, that was Monday. That was last Monday's show.
Okay. One of the shows. I'm on too many. I can't remember.
Okay.
It's bad when you can't remember which show you talked about.
It was last Monday's show.
Okay. You know what I heard? Okay. This is from Red Hood, baby. Okay. So when Clint Barton is talking to his wife and they're on the same page, like Catch and Kill, right? And they're talking.
Catch
and release, right? There's some speculation that she might be a Mockingbird.
I don't know, but Linda Cardellini looked smoking. Even at this age, she looked hot. She looked really good, man.
But what if that's true?
If that's Mockingbird, that could be. That's great. That's great. I just sold that book.
Paliki as Mockingbird?
I'm telling you,
I thought they had Mockingbird and Shield.
Like, why would
Adrian Paliki playing
they're talking like she
hot,
used to be out in the field, bro.
Yeah, she was the original Mockingbird.
Right.
Yeah, it makes sense, man. That's
a good one.
It's just comes to me, bro.
Man. It's a deep cornbread.
That shit just comes to Red Hood through Key Collector app.
Oh yeah, right.
Hey, I've got another scoop for you. Ish. Venomized Mockingbird.
Got Key Collector just
could happen. Universes collide.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Bryce picks in about 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
All the Mockingbirds. Who the fuck is Bry, man?
That's great.
Bry is code word for
I'm gonna get canceled on every show I do.
Bry is code word for Flipside.
I guess I'm glad we didn't try to do a collab show with him.
Oh yeah.
We were
she was amazing in Freaks and Geeks. I loved that show. I was so sad to see it end.
Scooby-Doo, bro.
Well, that was only one season.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. They should have had more seasons.
Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I hope she can play video games, man.
Wait, you're not thinking about putting up a screen grab of Linda Cardellini as Velma right now, are you?
I am.
You wouldn't dare do that, would you, Brian?
She did good. She did really
Venomized
good.
Velma. It's coming.
Venomized Velma. We're gonna venomize the whole thing.
I thought Marvel already did that.
Yeah.
And then they did the Carnage Eyes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mama.
How dare you?
How dare I?
Shut up and take half of everything I own.
Oh my god. I'll be right back, guys. I got to go to the bathroom.
I'll help her find her glasses, right?
Right? She looks good, man. She looks very
she
good.
always has.
Bro.
Well, this is content right here, man.
Bro.
just us tongues hanging out.
Hey, it's modern Comic Mayhem, baby.
We had 68 viewers and we're up to 80.
This is the same type of shit that you'd get in the comic book shop if a bunch of guys were sitting in a comic book shop.
Right, man. Yeah. That's why we call it content.
Yeah. Speaking of the comic book
Hey, could you put that picture up again, Brian?
The way he needs to finish. Take it easy there. Could you at least take the camera off just for a second?
How do you shut up 6 nerds in the drop of a
Right?
hat? Watch
It
this.
got
Put up
quiet,
a picture
bro.
and there's silence.
Total dead air. I was just like,
wow. Speaking of comic book shops, Ish, how has the shop been this week? Any exciting news from the shop?
I think it was a busy week. It was a good week.
Yeah, you get any
mentioned
good
earlier
collections
last
in?
week was not like entire collections, but we did get some good big boy books in. I mean, they're always coming in and out, you know, Bill, wheeling and dealing. And yeah, we had the Old Man Con, aka Scottsdale Comic Con, last Saturday. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there because I had to run the shop. But one thing we've noticed, and being one of the local dealers at this event, the event itself isn't that big of a deal for us because a lot of our clientele shows up and they already know what we got and they want to see the other guys. But what works well for us is the night before, when all those out-of-town dealers come to us and hit us up, and man, we had a big day just supplying all those dealers.
Nice.
So I thought that was kind of a interesting twist to the whole con scene for us is we put on this con, but it's really dealing with the dealers before.
That's how all cons
we make
are.
our cheddar, not the day of.
Yeah, that's all cons, right? All cons, the dealers are wheeling and dealing with each other the first day of the con. And it's just
when Harley Yee walks through the door, and we know it's going to be a good day.
So did all those guys were they on their way to like San Diego also? Are those guys just heading to the next con?
Probably. I mean, I know, like, for instance, Harley Yee, he's been on the road. It almost feels like nonstop because he was up in Canada not that long ago for Toronto Fan Expo, and then now he's down here in Scottsdale. So yeah, he's probably running the whole, the gamut.
How is my uncle? No, I'm just joking. We're not related.
Yeah, silence. Talk about silence. To get me canceled again.
Well, we spell our last name the same way though.
We all had to stop for a second, and we were like, "No shit!" It all.
I mean, it wouldn't be the most unusual coincidence.
You're like,
ever.
no.
The most incredible crossover in comics history.
Well,
right?
It's funny. Like the only person that's, I guess, involved in comics in my family is like my uncle, and like he's not really into it. And his last name is Lee, and then he lives in Louisiana, and like he bought a lot of stuff in the 90s. So like he just gave me all that stuff one day. He gave me like 3 short boxes of just like kind of like, here, get this out of my house.
Is Yee a common last name?
Yeah.
How does it compare to things like, say, McClay?
It's not.
More or less common than McClay.
Brian
Depends
McClay
where you
from
are in the
McClay
world,
McClay.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So Hawkeye stuff. We're seeing Echo movement. We're seeing a lot of books go crazy with Echo right now. That Daredevil number 9, 10, and 11. 11's really taken off. It was in the Hot 10 last night. Beautiful Joe Quesada, David Mack cover. I love all those Daredevil covers whether it's Mack or Mack and Quesada. They're just beautiful. And Daredevil 51 is seeing a spike. There's a Phoenix Echo as Phoenix series going on right now. Are any of you guys reading that?
I picked up the 2 different covers with her as the Phoenix Force just because they were cool as shit.
Oh, I picked up the Daredevil 51.
Nice.
Who's on Daredevil 51? Refresh my recollection.
It's Echo with the the hands.
Okay, that 51. I thought you were talking the old series.
Well, it's volume 2.
Volume 1.
Oh yeah. So I mean, yeah.
So you mentioned the new Echo comic, Phoenix Song. At our shop, again, this comic did not do well, so we got a nice little stack of it sitting there.
Wow.
So anyone in the Phoenix area, this is going to get hot. We still have that number one.
Nice.
So
yeah, our customers showed little to zero interest in it.
Do they explain what's the deal with her getting the Phoenix?
That happened in an Avengers story arc.
Yeah, Avengers 44,
in
right?
The current Jason Aaron Avengers.
Yeah.
So that's a great cover. Go back up, Brian.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Well, the Avengers 44 stuff, I just sold all 3 of those books today, I think. That has that Momoko She-Hulk variant. It has the design variant with Echo on it as Phoenix, and then it has a connecting cover with Echo on it as Phoenix. How does
the
she
whole
end
story
up getting
arc?
it?
Yeah, had connecting covers.
How does she end up getting it? Ish, do you know?
I did not read it.
Okay, all right. That's what I'm gonna have to find out. I'm gonna have to look into that. So, I'm looking forward to checking that out now. Anyways, so the end of episode 2, you see her show up, and man, it is a perfect entrance by her. The music is great. You get the Tracksuit Mafia gang, which is hilarious. They played that great. I just thought that whole thing was excellent. So,
dude, like her appearance, it looks straight up off the comic book. Yes. Like her face, like it's just wow, amazing.
Ooh, my kid was like, why she got her hand on the speaker? Why is she touching the speaker? I was like, dude, she's deaf. Just that's how she gets the music. She touches it.
Yep. So I grew up with my neighbors in my parents' first house that they had out here where I was there till I was 17 until I got the boot. And my neighbors were deaf. The husband and the wife were both deaf, and the 2 sons were deaf. And they all had crazy sound systems in their cars. I mean, just crazy sound systems in their cars, so they could feel the bass and you know, that type of stuff. It was very interesting. I grew up with that. It was kind of crazy. Yeah, anyways, I thought that was very cool how they did that. They really played that off. I didn't see if they showed her leg yet. Are they going to show her without? They probably won't show her without a leg.
Nah, they'll digitally put another leg.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
I want to touch on like you guys were saying in the Hot 10 that I always mispronounce his name. The name just because of Star Wars. Asajj is just totally getting robbed.
Who?
Asajj Ventress.
Oh, you know, are you talking about Aja or Aja?
David Aja?
Thank you. I said, I pronounce his name wrong every time.
Oh, yeah, dude.
He's getting robbed. He's getting absolutely no credit anywhere.
Yeah, dude. They're just...
Are you talking about the guy who did the cover art that was kind of forming the basis for the posters?
They're absolutely robbing
it's so blatant.
Well, it's also the intro too for the first episode, right? But I mean, is it one of those situations where, you know, the artist was paid like whatever amounts of money to do those covers, and then Marvel has the rights, you know, technically to use it for whatever property they want to?
I mean, I get it, but do the right thing, right?
Right. They should definitely give him like, you know, at least name credit, you know,
something.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, when you put up a book like Spawn 1 and you say like, is this Deal or Flipside, you know, that is such an important book because that basically was, you know, it's a symbol for all of these artists and writers leaving Marvel because they got tired of being fucked over. And this David Aja thing, it's heartbreaking that they are not doing anything for this guy.
Yeah, not even. And so like my girlfriend sat and she watched it with me. She doesn't read. She doesn't follow. If I talk, she tunes it out. And she would have no idea that this guy had anything to do with this artwork and how magnificent it is and how much of it that they're completely ripping off. They never put his name not once in any of the credits or the end credits or even where it says, adapted from a Marvel comic and blah 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 and all of that. It breaks my heart that the artist is absolutely getting hosed.
Have you ever seen an artist get like so screwed over like this?
No,
Sure.
It's like
happens all the time.
Eagle and Schuster,
not like this.
Bill Finger.
Yeah, for sure. But dude, let me ask you some questions. Let's probe this a little bit. Okay, it's fertile field for discussion. So feel free to let me have it. But what compensation exactly should he be given?
Producer credit, just like Matt Fraction.
Absolutely.
Okay.
At least that.
Matt Fraction got a producer credit. And this storyline comes.
But I'm sure Matt Fraction contributes a lot more to the show than David Aja.
Yeah, he's going to get production credit because they're adapting the story, right? All they've adapted here is the poster art, right?
Well, this is a major part of the story. The look and feel of the show, the look and feel of everything. It comes straight from his art, not from necessarily.
Yeah, like the entire first part of the intro of the first episode. That's like frame for frame, like
bro.
His comic.
The filter of the show is purple.
Yeah, pre and post credit is all his stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's like so blatant. It's like you know what we're gonna just do, and they're laughing about it. Hey, check this out! I'm gonna make this ending look all David Aja, and they're all laughing. That's how blatant.
Who's laughing? Who's laughing? What are you talking about?
I'm saying, like, as they're putting it together, they're blatantly doing it and probably having a laughing at. Let's see what they, what Aja's people could do. I'm surprised they haven't like tried to sue them.
I would if I was.
Okay, when sue them for what? Sue them for what?
Oh man, it's
stealing
just
his art.
They didn't steal it. He sold it to them.
Yeah,
he sold it to them a long time ago.
Sam's right.
I hear you, but the optics of it look.
Aja already got paid for that art.
Now, if I'm David Aja, I look at this and I'm like, hell yeah, that my artwork that I did so many years ago is now front page on Disney Plus, and I go out and I pimp my own brand, and that's how I make it work for me. I pimp my own brand at that point. And the next time someone wants my art for their book, I say, I want residuals. If this gets adapted into anything, you give me residuals. Because look what they did with Hawkeye.
Absolutely.
But the Hawkeye ship has sailed.
Yep. Man, you're tough, Sam.
Boy, I don't know.
I ain't messing with you, bro.
That's a good point. The Black Widow redid her contract and started this suit. Where's the
no? That's a different story. That's a different story. That's a totally different story. In her contract, they were exclusively supposed to release that in theaters, and they didn't do it. They breached the contract on her.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it should be like, if he's not doing the work himself, they should at least give him like art credit somewhere, like somewhere in the credits, or like saying something like after or
cameo
or
in the movie.
Yeah, something.
Even that I would be. 100%
I think it was Ed Brubaker says he makes more off the cameo in the movie than he does off any sort of residuals or royalties.
Even
whatever.
They just put his name at the end. Is all I'm saying. That would satisfy me 100%. Just to put his name, concept art, all off of. And put his name.
Yeah.
Well, here's what's going to happen. Unfortunately, what's going to happen is other artists are going to see this, and they're going to be like, "Fuck you." And maybe that's a good thing, like you said, Sam. In the future, maybe this will have other artists be like, I'm not going to get screwed over like this. But again, how are they like you said, are they getting screwed over? They got paid for this work.
They probably didn't get paid enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This one Eisner Award.
That's the risk, right?
And it was for the year. It was like best comic of the year or something like that from 2000. What was it? 2012 or 11?
2009, I thought it was.
Wow, 2009.
But I could be wrong.
Okay, so the idea is either I get a bigger upfront flat fee for my work here, and then I let go of the rights, so that in 12, 13 years, they make something, they make a lot of money off my work, and I don't get a dime because I cashed in early. Or I can trade, I can bring some of my upfront pay down in exchange for residuals and adaptation rights on the back end. But folks at Marvel are going to work really hard to keep those residuals next to zero. Yeah, I mean,
Jesus Christ.
You guys have talked to folks about Hollywood accounting, I'm sure, right? You know all about Hollywood accounting.
Well, here's again, you're right, Sam. Like he doesn't have a case or anything, but the optics are bad. When you have people like Tom Taylor coming out and saying, "My son and I really dug the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye, but I want to see a giant David Aja credit up front. His work with Matt Fraction looks to be embedded in the DNA of the whole series." You know, you've got all these major blue check marks starting to talk shit about it and be like, "This isn't right." The optics are bad, really bad, especially in the artist community. So I have a feeling that because the optics are so bad, Marvel's going to have to do something because they're going to piss off the people who do work for them. You know what I mean? Would you rather have a David Aja cover or some douchebag who's doing DC right now? You know what I mean? Like,
the only question I have is how much does Kevin Feige even know about this controversy?
Oh, please.
I don't think Kevin Feige knows 2 shits about it.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to say David Aja's not raising the stink. He was just joking, right? He says, "Ha ha, instead of credit, how about pay? Ha ha." And
yeah, but he's
then it's kind of blown up, and everyone's like, "Yeah, you know what? He should get paid. He should get credited. He should do this. He should do that."
I think credited would be the least they could do, right?
Well, they're doing the least they can do, which is nothing, right? That's the least.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think They Call Me Bruce was saying that they do have credits for him at the beginning and at the end, but I mean,
for David Aja,
yeah.
Oh, so he is getting some kind of a credit. Okay.
So that's what They Call Me Bruce is saying.
Oh, okay.
In the chat.
Next discussion. You know what I mean? Because, like, you're right. I mean, they sold the rights. I mean, like, but if you're an artist, you don't think that this little old series of Hawkeye is going to be amount to what it is right now. I mean, how could you know?
Well,
maybe he needs a better agent. You know,
it also depends on like how he got signed onto Marvel, like what his contracts say, and like that's between him, Marvel, and his agent or whatever. Like how they all work that out, because I mean, like not all artists are paid the same, right?
True. I wonder if like they don't want to cause any stir, and so it's just like, okay, I'll sign it, whatever, just to get work,
Gail Simone, Tom Taylor, who are some of the other people? Eric Monticelli, all these people are coming out for him. And he's saying thank you to all of them. Like, holy cow, the amount of people. I mean, if you look at his page, this is crazy. So these are all people starting here, Tom Taylor, that are calling bullshit, right? I mean, a lot of people are calling bullshit on it. So, yeah, man, I think that's cool. I think that's really cool.
That's great.
Yeah, that's what needs to happen. Show him some love. The look of the series, the comic series, is so much about David Aja and his style of art. It's unreal. So
right, yeah, I mean, it's amazing because like
nobody else does that style.
Right.
That style is so David Aja that maybe that's the reason that we're all kind of like going, man, he deserves, because that style is so David Aja that it's like,
nobody else draws like him.
Well, and it could also be the fact that like when you're watching those open credits, like we noticed Fraction's name right off the bat.
Yeah, and we get a producer, no David Aja.
Well, yeah, and then we didn't catch Aja's name.
I didn't see it.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I plan to rewatch it anyways, but yeah.
All right. So some other crazy stuff. Have you guys been dabbling in the No Way Home leaks at all?
Yeah. What's the newest one?
So we kind of talked a little bit of it backstage, but there is a bunch of talk about Venom, the Venom scene, or the Venom end credit scene in No Way Home. And they're saying that we're going to get a symbiote Spider-Man type thing, whether it's the symbiote bonding with Spider-Man, or at the very least, the word is that Spider-Man is searching for one more of the variants, like, or whatever you want to call them, I guess. And that last one that he shows up on is Eddie and the symbiote. So I think we all kind of knew that, or at least I've been saying it for a while, that I thought, and I've been hearing it from other people, that, you know, that it was pretty obvious that we were going to get a Eddie Brock end credit scene thing in No Way Home.
You know, I shut it off here. I'm glad I finished out my remarks and all that.
Yeah,
so,
dude.
Yeah,
that's just an awesome book.
3 times signed. Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, this is straight up PC, anyways. But I mean, like, you know, it's tempting.
Yeah.
With remarks, that book's gonna be huge.
But I mean, I have a blue label that I'll probably put up for sale.
Dude, don't sell it.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell anything right now.
I mean, not right now. Like,
Damn,
like after them. Yeah. You say keep both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think,
Both
Brian?
of?
You should keep them, right?
I would sell. I mean,
really?
like, yeah, dude. If I wouldn't, I would keep that remarked version. But if I had another one, I would sell it. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But not right now, though. Right now?
No,
not
for
2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be on eBay. So, like after the movie drops and people are like more hyped
It'll be
about
on
it.
Whatnot.
So when does it? Does it?
I don't know why. I don't know why I call it symbiote. I call it symbiote just like I call it Magique and Galacticus. Right? Like when I was a kid, it wasn't Galactus. It was Galacticus. It wasn't magic. It was Magique. And for some reason, I say symbiote instead of symbiote.
Somebody's actually correcting you, bro.
Well, it's true. Serious? It's right. It's right.
Well, I don't know. After watching that Venom preview, like when that first dropped.
So when does it peak? Does it peak right before or like right after when some people actually go see it and they come out and they're like, oh yeah, it's definitely in that final scene or the final, post-credit scene? Or does the book peak, a week after? What's your peak point for the sale point of that book?
As soon as something comes out on Twitter and you see like it leaked in another country,
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go take a smoke break.
Then you're like this, taking a picture of it and putting it on eBay.
What's the old song? Buy the rumor, sell the news.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I do actually get to see the movie early. Thursday, the 14th or something like that. Maybe a work thing. And then
it comes out the 17th.
Okay, so I see it on the 16th at 6 p.m.
Oh, you dirty whore!
I'm gonna see it then too.
Yeah,
it's like 7.
I'm gonna see it at 5:59 p.m.
Yeah.
Which time zone are you in? What time zone are you in,
bro?
Yeah,
what time zone are you in?
I'm in Central.
I'm one before that.
I mean, I'm sure I have to sit through like a 2-hour.
Wait, 17th is on a Friday. So I can see it in IMAX on Wednesday the 15th.
Ooh!
Wow!
Oh,
Sam's
really?
got us all beaten. He's gonna like start chatting all of us, like being like, "These are all the leaks."
Wait.
I don't need to see it. I lived it.
Joe, we're talking about Secret Wars 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. It's gonna be. It's going to come out.
Hey, just to clarify something on the last issue about David Aja, he gets special thanks credits. He's not a producer; it's just a special thanks.
So he does. His name is there. I'm just clearly missing it.
Special thanks.
Okay.
Special thanks.
Oh, okay. It's bigger than thanks.
It's a special thanks.
Special thanks.
Oh, what's up, Doc Joe? How's it going?
I'm okay with that. Just as long as, and it's totally my bad. I'm sure I missed it. If people say that it's in there, I 100% agree.
I don't know where it's at. I couldn't tell you if it was opening credits or end credits, but he's getting a special thanks credit on IMDb.
I'm slowing that shit down next Wednesday.
Right, it's real fast. Special thanks.
So yeah, the peak has to be after it's been viewed by, what, 1 million people. So you're talking, it comes out, everyone gets to see it a little bit early. So 17th,
well, I'd say
18th. So then you post the book on the 18th.
So
I'd say probably before the early reviews are posted, right?
I don't know. Like, it's one of those things though, like, because like it's not a major part of the story and stuff like that. Like, would it be safer just to? I mean, yeah, would it be safer to like kind of list it like on that Sunday and then let that auction run for like a week?
So we were talking backstage, Aaron, and so like if that happens, say he bonds to Peter, that would be the way Venom gets the white spider onto his
onto his chest.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's what I'm speculating, whether it happens or not. But the fact, and then Brian told me about the rumor, and I was like, well, I wasn't that far off. But
yeah.
But Jamie Foxx's Electro again, bro. Come on, just fucking why, bro?
What's going on, Rob's Comics? We're discussing dirty flipping tactics, right? For when I should sell my extra copy of Secret Wars 8.
That's right.
I'm just trying to help you get and wondering for the community, how do you get your most bang for your buck? Because it seems to change a little bit. And I'm not a big flipper. I'm not, anything like that. So
you flip that
I'm
beard pretty good.
Well, yeah, I can flip a beard. That's about it.
Oh.
It changes a little bit. I've watched in the last couple of years how the market kind of goes, and it seems to, in my eyes, what I've seen, it seems to change a little bit from movie and from like a series on Disney Plus of when you post a book and when they show or what actually happens as far as peak value versus not as good. And do you do an auction or do you do a buy now?
Yeah, it's just there's so many factors in it always, right? I mean, traditionally I sell a lot of books early, like way too early. But my whole goal is always like, did I profit off of it? Like, for example, I sold Invincible Iron Man #9, the Apocalypse variant, like way too early. But at the same time, I got it for really cheap. Like I bought Iron Man 1 through 12 for like $60, or like maybe even less than that. And then when I, finally opened up the pack and saw that, hey, there's an AOA in there. Oh, that's crazy. And then like I think like 2 weeks later, that's when the book like started really getting attention. Like a lot of content creators were talking about it, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, do I sell it now or do I just hold on to it? And I was asking a lot of people, and they're like, nah, just hold on to it. And then when I actually sat there and inspected the book, I was like, oh, well, this won't hit a 9.8. Like it'll, improve with like pressing and cleaning and everything. But I'm not going to spend the time doing that. Like I'm going to send it to Joe or something like that to do something like that. But at the time, like I didn't have like a good relationship with a presser where I'm sending someone, books on a regular basis. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to list it on eBay, point out the flaws and everything, so it's transparent, and then just sold it. And I got like $300 for it. So it's like kind of like, all right, I'm good. And then because otherwise I'd still be holding on to it, and I would have like, sent it out for grading and all that. And then now it's like, okay, this book is now like, if it hits like a 9.6, that's like 1,200, something like that. 9.8s are like 3K. Like sometimes like when those books get to that high of a price, you're just kind of sitting on those until like someone's like ready to buy it. So it just depends on like, I guess, where you're at in your flipping. Do you want to like turn and burn more stuff, or do you just want to hold and like
it makes it a lot?
dollar?
No, it makes it a lot easier if you have multiple copies of it, right? So you can afford to sell early if you wanted to, but if you've got one copy and you got one shot, and your heart's really not into that book, and you know you want to sell that book, that's where you've got to really do your homework. Like, is all the meat on the bone? Is there any still left, right? And you don't want to hang on to a book and then there's no heat on it, right? So, I mean, that's where, like, all these people dumping Heir of the Empire, right? And Thrawn hasn't even hit yet, right? Sure. And they're selling way too early. Like, what's the hurry, bro?
So
you know what I mean?
So what I hear you saying is, people right now, instead of selling all of their Thrawn or like their Heir to the Empire, they should be sending those in, getting them cleaned and pressed, getting prepped for it, getting those books, graded, trying to find the cheaper copies in the back bins and all that, and getting it prepped for the sale.
Absolutely.
Rather than selling.
Have it ready to go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the book I'm prepping for right now is Something Is Killing the Children. Like, I love that series. There's a handful of books I'm planning on keeping, but there's tons I'm just like willing to let go. I plan to keep like a set of like all the A covers or whatever, but some of those incentives I'm ready to let them go like as soon as they do a casting announcement.
Okay. Now, are you prepping? Are you pressing and cleaning those and getting them graded to let them go, or are you just letting them go raw?
No, so I already have them sitting in the box right next to me, like already graded. That I sent them to Joe. Like, that was back in May, maybe.
Oh yeah,
something like that. And then
got some 9.8 goodness, bro.
Yeah, tons of 9.8s. So I mean, and I sent all my duplicates and stuff like that too. So.
And you do it all at once.
Yeah, I mean, there were some copies I sold off raw, like when there was like a big hype on it, and then like when I first jumped onto Whatnot, I did what was titled Something Is Killing the Wallet sale, just as a joke, and then and then like I think that was like my second or third show, and it was killer. Like, honestly, like I was selling all this extra copies of stuff I had.
So I had the Matina Thrawn. I found it at Half Price Books for a fucking $1, and I couldn't get out of there fast enough, right? and so immediately I pressed that book, and I thought 9.8, and I was hoping for at least a 9.6. That bitch came back a 9.8. So needless to say, when they casted for live action Thrawn, I put it up. I think I put it up at like $5,000. I sold it for $4,000. No, 3,700. And I was thinking to myself, man, I paid $1.
Yeah, that's
some
pretty
serious shit,
that's
bro.
a good profit margin right there.
That's some serious stuff. I paid a whole $1, so I was like contemplating. You know what I mean? But like,
and how much of that did you spend on your wife?
Oh man, she don't know about it. Shut up, man.
All right,
she doesn't catch the rewind.
So maybe we can crystallize. Maybe we can crystallize some of the peaks and valleys here. So, would you say hype is greater at movie announcement or at movie premiere?
Oh,
for the books.
So if it's like a movie drop, I think you should sell the books like 2 weeks before the movie actually gets released, right? If it's like something that's based on that. But if it's something that's like where it's like, hey, we heard this rumor about this, you would have to wait until that's like, so the Secret Wars, like I would have to wait until that actually is confirmed, right? Because otherwise I'm just like taking a shot in the dark, competing against like however many other copies are out there.
So the buy cycle starts when the rumor of the movie or TV production happens, right? That's where the buy cycle starts. Yeah. And then when the trailer drops, that's where the sell cycle starts, right?
Right, exactly. So like, what?
And then if you haven't gotten it out,
is after confirmation.
Right. So I mean, we're talking about two different things, though, right? Like, kind of, like, so there's certain characters that we know that are going to show up in No Way From Home, right? So those books you should have already prepped, right, ready to sell before the movie drops. But like when you hear something like, "Hey, there's a rumor about this happening in the movie," you have to wait for confirmation on that. So specifically, like the Secret War stuff, I would wait until that drops. Just my personal example. Oh, Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah,
Captain
Marvel. Yeah,
the issue 1, right? Or what was it? Also, issue 9 from that 90 series or Avenging Spider-Man series.
But so look, take Riri Williams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look what happened. Just a little nugget that she was going to be in Black Panther 2, and that book exploded, right?
Mm-hmm. So that they were filming at MIT, right, and all that. Yeah,
right. That book exploded. So as we get closer to Black Panther 2, what do you think that book is going to do? It's just going to keep going, and there's going to be more. There's going to be set photos with the actress, and so yeah, you can sell Riri right now, but that book is going to continue to go up.
You should. Right,
you're not following along with the news, are you?
Right now is your prep time to actually be getting it graded and cleaned and pressed and all that work, so that you can sell it at peak later.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
After confirmation.
All the Sam Alexander first appearances, you should already get those graded.
Well, Riri
pops out, boom.
Well, I think Riri is kind of a different story too, right? Because you also had the Ironheart series on Disney Plus. So another selling opportunity too is if you missed it during Black Panther, as soon as that series hits, I don't know which one comes out first. I don't remember, but like as soon as that Disney Plus series, that's a little different, right? Because like books have been popping like as a series is going on, so you have like a little bit of a longer window opportunity to sell certain books. Like how many people were selling, Mephisto books during WandaVision? How many people were selling Omega Red during Falcon and Winter Soldier? And then, yeah.
But that's not to say that the books are dead, right?
Right.
Because you could put an X-Men 4 up, a 9/8, white pages, and you're still going to sell it because somebody will always want that book, even though Omega Red is going to. Didn't come out in Winter Soldier or whatever. Those books are still classic books. It's a first appearance. Those books are still liquid. Now, is it smoldering and someone's got to have it right and you're going to get all these bids? No, but the book is still retain value, but if you want to be able to sell it for at its peak, those are the time frames that you want. But that doesn't mean your book is shit now. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I think it just always depends on like how much you have invested into it and like how much profit you're trying to make.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's also thinking about the books that are coming that people aren't thinking about within, earshot of those characters, i.e. a lot of people are going crazy over Young Avengers stuff right now. All the Young Avengers are starting to have shown up in the Marvel universe, in different shows as side characters. So a lot of people are going crazy for that Marvel's Avengers stuff. But there's some of those Marvel Avengers stuff that people, your Young Avengers stuff aren't keying in on. That Children's Crusade run, people still haven't caught on that stuff.
If they only had a place where they could like tune in and watch and get that information.
Make sure to like and subscribe our channel. But I mean, like right now, like books that are on the buy for me are Kang books. Like just Kang in general, like those books are cheap again. Like they pop during Loki, but like like some places like still haven't marked them up. Other places have. Like it just
So like they've for a while there, they were kind of getting up there. They were kind of getting high.
Yeah, I mean, what did I pick up
in price? So have they come down a little bit, and now
they've come down. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like I picked up these for $4.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I mean, like you can still find good deals out there. It just depends on where you're shopping, I guess, right?
So now are you going to get you're prepping and you're getting those graded and sent off and cleaned and pressed if they need it? And
I mean, I'm not going to say I'm going to grade like every King book I have, but like, or I think I'm just piling up different books, you know, kind of doing like what Brian does on Whatnot, just like kind of group books together.
Sure.
And then sell it on there.
James Lynn, thank you for the super chat. You are awesome, buddy. That is great.
How do we Riri will take place? Riri will take place of in Iron Lad. Wait, Riri will take the place of Iron Lad and Young Avengers. I think Riri's gonna be Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how often? It seems like it to me happens quite often, and you brought up a great point, Yi, that a lot of times we'll see those books go up, and then we'll see that appearance. Kang's perfect, example, and now we're going to see a dip, and then it's going to peak again because we know we're going to see him a bunch more.
Right.
So here is your prep time to sell later at possibly a higher price. Does it go higher? Obviously, it depends on the character and whatever. But Kang is who we're talking about. Is it going to go up?
I would imagine Kang will go back up again, like and whatever.
Bad, of course.
Yeah,
it is.
The Ant-Man movie is going to make that book go up even further.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the next big bad for Phase 5.
He's a hell of an actor, man. He's like you haven't even seen anything yet, man.
Yeah, I think we just got a taste of what to expect, kind of thing.
Yeah, he was freaking great, man. That's for sure.
That comment you posted by Noah, or that you brought up by Noah, yeah, Eternals is tanked, but think about what happened when we found out Eros was in that post-credit scene. What happened to Eros books?
Yeah.
And the hype around that. So it's, if you're waiting for the movie, you're waiting too long. But these kind of little snippets of hype of just teasing the characters, I think, is when the hype really starts to go. And along with that goes the price of those books.
So, it's all about connectivity, right? So, like, if you can figure out where they're going to go, right? The speculation is Secret Wars, but like, what if you can figure out what the next play is and buy in super cheap, get it graded, and then flip it when it's at its when it's hot, and you still have a couple of more on the side in case you sold too early. That's kind of what I do. I don't know how anybody else does, but that's why I buy like 10, 12, 15 of a copy that I want to. I don't buy just one. I don't fuck around. I buy like 10. And anybody that knows me, that's what I do. And
that's no joke either.
and I'll sit on these books for 2 or 3 years, and then I'll just start showing everybody, because like I got a fuckload of Miles Morales books, like when nobody was really talking about them. Like, why not? It's a rookie card, right? Sure. Why not pick up a rookie? And that's the way I look at it. I have the sports card mentality, right? Buy their first appearance. It's rookie card. And
okay, so let's
that approach. Yeah.
Let me ask you about Miles, since you bought some. At one point, that book, number 4, Fallout 4, was going for really big money. What did it peak at? Like 2,800?
It's back right there.
No, it was 3K. It was hitting regular. It hit the 3K mark for just the A cover, and then it dipped back down to like what I think I saw it as low for 9.8, like 2,500 or something like that. and it's creeping back up there now. Like I've seen recent sales of like 2,800 again on a regular basis
for the Fallout 4.
Yep.
Because I thought the last sale I saw it was down to like 800 or 900, 1,000.
That was probably the second print.
Yeah, nowhere near it. There was one that just sold the other day for like 2,800.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like yesterday.
Yeah. I think like Longshort, he he's doing all those reports, or someone on Instagram that is doing something like that.
Okay, so did you sell like say three of your 15 now, and then you got the rest in there? You're getting ready to sell later down the road because we know that he's going to possibly come.
Not Miles.
No, not Miles.
I'm not going to sell any Miles. Not now.
Well, right, but
because everyone sees a higher ceiling.
When it was peaking up at that $3,000, did you sell a couple?
Well, I sold
later.
I sold a Jurjevic variant. I had paid like $30, and I got it graded. And it's on YouTube, and I unboxed it and I flipped out when I got a 9.6, and I'm bitching and everything. So I think I sold it for like, I think I sold it for like 1,500. But it was a 9.6. Should I have kept it? Man, I don't know.
Yes, because it's a new car now for 9.6 even.
Yeah, but if you look at the profit that I made, though, I paid.
Yeah. I mean, you did well. Yeah, you still did. You did very well, like making profit. Yeah, exactly.
For what we do, this is a penny business, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, like, if you can make that type of margin on a buy. Fuck, man. I mean,
and that's exactly what I was trying to get you to say.
Oh, yeah. Like, but I'm not going to do it if I only have one copy.
Right.
You know what I mean? On
You're going to hold out for the long.
Yeah, on something that potentially could be something. Now, nobody knew that this was going to be the 86 Fleer Michael Jordan, because that's what the Jurjevic variant is. It's an 86 Fleer Michael Jordan. And what does a 10 go for? Man, are you kidding me? That book in a 9.8, that book is going to eventually be $100,000 book. Let's just keep it real. And one sold for what, $33,000 about a month ago? Like, do you see that book going down? Like, Miles is not going to hit a girl, punch a girl, get drunk, get a DWI. Get caught with drugs. Like, that is a corporate character now. He's going to be around for a very long time, and he's an influencer, and that's the difference between him and all these other characters. Like, it's Miles Morales is the rock star of comics right now.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, but it helps the industry though, because if you've got the face of, like, it's almost like MJ, right? He was the face of the NBA. Would you say Miles Morales is the face of comic books right now? Because that's a thing, you know. And as long as you've got that, because didn't it used to be Batman and Superman, and that carried the comic book industry, right? But now you've got the face of the franchise, the comic book collecting franchise. It's Miles Morales. That's the way I see it. And it helps the health of the industry if you've got that signature character.
Sure.
And maybe I'm overthinking it, but like that, it's good. It's good for the hobby to have that one unicorn character, that book that is just. It's like the new AF-15, man.
Speaking of selling books, Whatnot has been absolutely bonkers crazy lately. Let's go in live, check in live on the great Mighty Mel V.
Oh, nice.
We got some Mighty Mel V selling a little Whatnot sales right now.
Oh, and a little update too for that. Hive Comics earlier today, they had the Venom 1 in 1,000 that someone bought for $4.
You know what happened to me today?
I heard. Congrats.
So I not only did I sell a Venom 1 in 1,000, that I actually had. It's sitting in this box right here. I think I sold it. Talk about getting deals, you guys. I sold a Venom McFarlane remastered 1 in 1,000 today for $170.
God damn.
Yeah, that was a deal. I also out of nowhere, so they're taking those Venom books, those 1 in 1,000s, and they're dropping them into random people's sales. And as they go, if that gets dropped in the sale, any of the buyers who see it can buy it right away, and whatever it sells for, the money goes to the seller. So it's a win-win for both, whoever gets lucky. So in my sale today, I got really lucky, and I didn't know about any of this shit, right? And all of a sudden I see I'm having a sale, and all of a sudden I see this thing pop up that says play PS5 $4.99. I'm like, what the hell is that? I didn't put that there. Well, they gave away a PS5 to sell on my channel, just like random. A guy bought it immediately, and guess who gets the money? Moi. I get $500 out of that. So shout out to Whatnot. That was really freaking cool. I was on for like 3 hours today. I want to say 3 to 4 hours, and I sold a whole short box of Marvel variants and keys. It was a lot of fun. Tomorrow I'll be on there selling a whole short box of Star Wars craziness. So there'll be a ton of Star Wars. Nice. Absolutely bonkers stuff. So yeah, the deals that people are getting right now is unfreaking believable. So yeah, keep scouring those Whatnot sales, you guys. It's bonkers, and the app is just growing every day. It's nice to be able to sit at your house and sell books. It's nice to be able to sit at your house and buy books.
They've improved a lot of the stuff on the phone to make it a lot easier and to put your stuff in there.
Yeah, I'm also there's a couple bugs I know right now. Like it said I had 255 live watching me, and I was like, there's no fucking way. So I think that's a bug.
Oh, the people counter thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I think it doesn't. I think it double counts people after a while. Because and I don't know what's happening with that, but like anytime you close out the app completely and then go into someone's stream again, then it actually shows you the true number.
Yeah, that's weird, man. So here I am thinking there's 200. That's bullshit, because you think you got 250 people watching you, and there's actually 10.
Yeah,
you're more apt to sell books at $1, start them off at $1 if you've got 250 live watching you. Like, let's ask Mel.
Dude, you're comic book Jesus. Do you think that you couldn't have 250 people watching comic book Jesus? You're on a show every night of almost every day of the week.
For me, when I'm selling, if I got 20 viewers on, then I start putting some heat out there, right? I always use that as a threshold. Like, if I got 20, then I'm going to start putting some heat. If it's like 17, 15, I was like, fuck that, because then I'm not going to get a good value I'm not going to give my books away. I don't care if I paid $1 a piece for them, It's $1, bro.
Yeah.
Dollars are important.
And bags and boards aren't cheap anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I even tell them, and it comes with a Mylar.
I'm putting my faith in it that you had 255, Brian.
You know what me and Dee were talking about? Like, do you guys ever take out a book that's in a Mylar and replace it because it's not Mylar worthy?
Yes.
No.
All the time.
You don't do that, Brian?
No.
Hell, dude, you're lying.
You want to know why?
Bro.
No, I'm not lying. You want to know why? Because
Why?
I've got 10,000 Mylars and full bags and boards in my garage right now.
You're kidding, bro.
No, I bought over 10,000 live bags and boards last week, or not last week, last year. Bought over 10,000 Mylars.
Well, now you're sitting on a gold mine.
So
you should be selling that on Whatnot. Dude. You ought to make some money.
I spent like $200 for 1,000.
Oh my god!
Like, and that's bags and boards, and they're from BCW. They're the My Lights and the fullbacks.
Okay.
So
before you made that purchase, would you ever do that? Like you have a book and like, man, this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh
all
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So, are you using what boards are you using for the back of your Mylar? What boards are you packing on your books? Fullbacks. Okay. Have you tried the Pro line? The thicker ones?
Yeah, these are thicker. These are the E-Gerbers. They're E-Gerber fullbacks.
I love
They're really
E-Gerber,
thick.
man.
Yeah.
How's the
You don't like E-Gerber?
They're my second choice.
Really?
Yeah, those extra thick the Pro lines. What is the name of that company? Dude, they're amazing.
Right here, bro.
Yeah, there you go. I love E-Gerber.
Fullbacks.
Yep.
Nice.
My Light 2s.
Oh yeah, man. I love them.
Yeah, those are my seconds. I liked them, and those were my first until I bought some of those the Pro line from what the hell is the name of that company? Brain farting.
So there's a
they're
company
extra thick, and the way they hold. I wish they were a little wider. Is my only complaint.
Are you talking about boards?
Yeah.
Are you talking about? I know who you're talking about, and it's like a 60-point board, right? And it's rock hard solid.
Dude, they're awesome. Amazing awesome. And they're legit an 8-inch thick. I mean, they're fat. And the way they hold and hold the book in the Mylar is nice and tight without squishing it. And you don't get the play. It doesn't rub around and run and jump from side to side, even if you tap it a little bit. And it is hands down, in my opinion, the dopest setup ever. Like, it is just tight in there, and it makes the books look magic good.
Yeah. There's another company for bags, and they're Max Lights, and it's in between a Mylar and a polypropylene bag, and they're super cheap, and it presents just like a Mylar. So Max Lights, shout out Max Pro Comics.
I'll have to check those out. Comic Pro line, yes.
Comic Pro line.
The 1284. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
it's the Comic Pro line, and those things are bar none, hands down, out of everything that I've tried in the last year. I wanted to get something solidified, that a system that I really liked, and those My Lights with that Comic Pro line, just they do the trick. Like I said, I wish they were just a little bit wider side to side to really hold it, especially when you start getting into like the gold or the magazine size. But man, they're in my opinion, that's what I use. Now, if it say is a volume 1 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I do go with a Comic Clear. Because that way I can see the backs of those wraparound covers.
So
are those the expensive ones where they come in like a 5-pack or whatever, and it's like $15?
No. But they're the same makers of the clear boards.
You can get those thick ones, and I do have some of those, and I do like those, but they're too expensive for how many you get. Like you're saying, you only get 5, and I think they're like $28 or
so these are the boards that he's talking about. Let me do a demo here. These are rock solid. It's like 50, 40, 60-point board, and it's a little bit heavier than the full back. See that? Ow!
And the way they hold that in that My Light is, dude, it's unparalleled from anything else that I've tried. And I did go through a run where I tried probably 6 or 7 different styles of bags and boards.
You guys have this one? Some peach Momoka goodness. Virgin.
Wasn't that that was one of the incentives, wasn't it?
Yeah. You know what I paid for it? I
$1.
I paid cover.
Oh wow. You actually stretch out the dollar. Pay cover.
Yeah, so that I have my my comic what's the board called? I forgot, but I have
Gerber.
the heavier
kit?
board.
The fullbacks.
Yeah, so I have like books like that. I'll put in the hard ass board.
Yeah. Have any of you guys tried any of the clear ones?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I wanted to buy some.
The comic clears, dude. I love these things.
So I just bought 100 of the comic clears, the Silver Age, and 100 of their bags.
I need to buy some.
They had a Black Friday sale, and I paid $100 for 100 of the Silver Age clear boards and 100 of the Silver Age bags.
Did they still have that sale going on?
They might. Comic clear.
Yeah, it ends Cyber Monday.
Okay, cool.
You guys.
Yeah.
Let me put the link up in the chat for you guys.
Yeah, that comic clear is what I love about for the TMNT runs and like your X-Men #1s, the Jim Lee versions and variants that have that wraparound. I love it for those because you can see, both sides and still have a good stiff board. And
he said stiff.
Well, and still see that full cover.
You got to peel the film off, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Solo. There's like a film you got to peel off.
On both sides.
I know that's a common reaction when people receive this product, and it happened to me. And you're like, "What the fuck is this? Like, this looks like a car drove over it." And then you find out, no. There's a very thin film. You got to peel it off, and once you peel it off, those are really nice boards.
Yeah, now, they make silver, current, and I don't know if they make golden.
No, I think it's but I think for the sale specifically, I think it's just silver and current. Yeah. So that makes me feel better because I buy just because I mainly deal in modern. I bought 100 modern. I was like, did I really just pay $100 for 100 bags and boards? Like, it makes me feel better to hear that other people also bought in on this deal.
Oh yeah, I bought in on it. This is a great deal.
Yeah.
Okay, because I had never used the company before, so I wasn't sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good peeps. Also, there's another company to check out. Let me find them. So
now, don't be a dumbass like me and sit and fight with those little film that's on the front and the back. You don't have to sit for a half hour trying to get your thumbnail off one corner to peel that thing off. Take a piece of tape and stick it on there, and then peel the tape off, and it'll stick on that film, and then you can grab it and pull it off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, these guys are also good. They're called Gator Guard, and they're kind of like a top loader for comics. Let me see here.
I haven't used this company. I saw their company. I wanted to, but it's another company I haven't tried yet.
Yeah, it's some artist, right? That is tied to Gator Guard. I forgot his name, but I saw the demo, and they're pretty sharp. You can use different colored screws.
Yeah,
almost like Oakley's. How you can change the colors and stuff.
Yeah, here are the screws, and they're another good place. These are some maybe throw on your Black Friday sales list. Get you guys some cool gifts for your significant other if they happen to be into comics, or your kids or something. Check out the clear boards and Gator Guards.
So that's funny. In one of the Facebook groups, I saw someone, they were cracking open their slabs to put in Gator Guards, like not just like blue labels, but like gold label signature.
Wow.
Slabs, just because like
they
I don't
like
know
the Gator Guards better.
Yeah, they liked how the Gator Guards presented better, and I was just like kind of like I was like I would.
I don't know about that. Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
going a little
crack.
too far.
I wouldn't condone like cracking open a gold label just to put it in a
Fuck
display.
that.
Yeah, to me that was kind of, I mean, but they were solidified saying like this is gonna stay my PC forever and all this blah 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 blah, and I was just like kind of like, then why'd you pay the initial price?
Yeah, dude.
Grading
Somebody
or
tackle him, dude. God damn, dude.
or the premium
Jesus Christ.
to have a CGC, gold labeled and all that.
Those are the people you want to kick the shit out of, bro. Like, dude, I understand it's going to be in your PC, dude, but don't tell anybody you're doing that.
That's the guy you want to trade. You want to be like, hey, dude, I'll trade you my signed book for your CPC later. There you go, dude.
Look, this presents better, and it's already in a Gator case for you. Show me that gold label, you dumbass.
I'll trade you out.
Right. Oh, if you had a raw signed one or something.
Yeah.
It's already your raw to go for you.
It's like, hey, I'll even buy the Gator guard for you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Damn, dude. Like, who does that? Yeah,
People
I cracked open a yellow label. Look at my new Gator case.
Maybe they didn't know.
No, they seemed like they were pretty seasoned, and they were saying like, I just can't stand slabs or something like that, but I'd rather use this. And I was just like, kind of like, I mean, maybe it's just like one of those situations where that person had so much money they can just like throw it around.
That's early signs of dementia, bro.
Yeah. Wow. That's I don't know how to feel about that.
Bro, get him some help, dude. Jesus Christ, dude.
Kick me and the Jimmy.
Is this Mel V right now?
This is Mighty Mel V right now, you guys.
God damn,
killing it
in his damn auction, motherfucker, man.
Yeah. So tomorrow, I will have Star Wars books. Let me see here. I think I have it on here. Let me take a look.
Did you put a good promo, bro?
Let's take a look.
I'll level you up.
Anybody even buy Star Wars books anymore?
Here's the promo for Star Wars.
Oh,
these are what I'll be selling tomorrow. Not this. This is a magnet that I saw that was dope.
Oh, that is badass.
And these are crack. These are called crack. They are just called crack. That's what I'll call them. And then these are the books that I'm going to be selling. Lots of variants. That's 1 in 100, I think, or 1 in 200 Casada. There's some Kanan ones.
Oh, I love that Scotty Young, dude.
Yeah, that's Scotty Young's dope.
Dr. Aphra variants, some War of the Bounty Hunters stuff, some High Republic stuff.
Ooh, the 1 in 10 for that Star Wars High Republic Adventures.
Yep.
I'll be really interested to see what you sell that Kanan Scotty Young for.
We'll see. I'm telling you guys, it'll go for way less than it sells for on eBay because that is what Whatnot is right now. It is a buyer's paradise. It's absolutely, and listen, Whatnot is not paying me a cent. They're not paying Flipside a cent, right? The only money I make off of Whatnot are from the books I sell, and all this is honesty. Like, these books or this app is really that good, and it's got the ability to be even better once they get it running on the PC and get some of the bugs out of it. You need to be able to copy and paste and click on links and stuff like that. But we'll see how it all works out. But yeah, tomorrow, here's the Star Wars sale. If you guys just go in, all you have to do is go into the app, find the sale. I sell under Tales from the Flipside account. Just click the little bookmark wherever it is around here. I don't know where it is, but there's a bookmark, and you just click it, and it'll give you a push notification.
We sell those. Those are Buñuelos, bro.
Yeah, Buñuelos. Yeah, Nanas, baby. They're crack.
Crack on a chip is what
Look
it
at
is.
that, bro. Your blue eyes are turning brown, vato.
You forget, I live in Phoenix, bro. I live in Phoenix, bro. Yeah.
Bro,
got the best
Brian's gonna start doing some salsa
here.
dancing, bro. Ay.
Don't make me take you to better,
dude, that's
better Mexican food places in Phoenix than there is in Texas.
Oh,
yeah.
That sounds like a challenge. Yeah. That sounds
you
like
need to come down here to South Texas, bro.
We'll
make you pass out, bro.
I don't know, bro. I've got the places up here, dude. I'll put up Phoenix's Mexican food places
Dude, we'll
South
hook you
Texas
up with some tableside
versus Tex-Mex.
guacamole,
I mean,
bro.
we're also kind of talking about two different styles of cooking, though, right? A little bit.
That's true.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I love Tex-Mex. Like,
there ain't no Tex-Mex. It's Hispanic cuisine, bro.
Cuisine.
Hey, Solo Wookie, do you have this?
Heir to the Empire.
No, I don't.
What is it? I can't see what it is.
It's Heir to the Empire trade. Trade paperback, crispy minty. Like I still want to get this somehow graded. You know what I mean? So obviously short print, but you see the condition.
Yeah.
It still has the color reflectivity.
Yeah.
Look at Thrawn. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very hard to find.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of them on eBay, but nowhere near the condition. Like never read, you know.
Well, doesn't CGC grade certain graphic novels?
Man, if they do, I'm sending this fucker in, dude.
I thought they did, but don't quote me on it.
Well, I mean, like, because I know tons of people at Baltimore were grading the Stray Dogs.
Stray Dogs? Okay.
The Goosebumps one, because Trish was there and people were getting the signature series grading and all that for it.
Oh man, listen, you guys. Let me tell you something. I love JJ Maxwell, but he is starting to get so sour these days. Sour. He says they're never going to improve that app. They have people to plug it for them. That's their entire business model. And then Specsman goes, Double J, I'm literally a product management advisor for Whatnot. They 1000% are working on improving the app. I love it. Our chat is fired tonight, you guys.
Yeah,
Fire.
I mean, before I got on Whatnot, I was thinking about starting to do make up a Facebook page and then sell off of that. But then hearing all the horror stories of I have to chase down all these people that claimed all this, tally it all up, figure out shipping, doing all that.
Yeah,
I don't have to worry about any of that. It just makes it that much easier for me.
And it's creating a ton of new hobbyists. In my sale today, I had four people tell me that this is their first time buying comics in my sale, and it was all because of the Whatnot app. So,
wow,
yeah. Listen, this isn't a replacement for comic stores. This isn't a replacement for eBay. This isn't a replacement for finding books at your local flea market. This is just another place, another replacement, just another place.
Well said. Well said.
I need to get on there and sell all my old Star Wars toys and Star Wars Legos.
Yeah, man.
You need to get on there and buy.
No, I gotta stop going on there and buying.
I bought my first vintage.
No, they had Tyler Kirkman on there selling his stuff. Was it today?
Kirkman.
No,
yeah, last night.
Well, today, Marat was selling his book the same time you were on, Brian.
Yeah, Marat Michaels.
Yep. He was selling his Invincible
local Arizona guy. Shout out to Marat Michaels.
Bro, David Aja should get on there, bro.
Yeah. Listen, this is what's going to happen, you guys. All the artists are going to start selling on there.
Yeah.
They're all going to start selling on there. You watch.
I'm surprised they don't have an original art channel on there.
Oh,
well, I mean, when Kirkham was first,
Sean Kirkham, Big Clutch.
Oh, Tyler Kirkham. When Tyler Kirkham was first showing up, he was selling his Invincible, Whatnot original art.
Yeah.
Would that sell for
like $8K or something like that?
Right under, I think, or something like that. Yeah, something insane.
Damn.
So,
yeah, if they had an original art channel, they have comic books, they have a Funko, they have a Legos, action figures. If they had an original art channel on there, you would see tenfold more people on there selling good original art.
I don't think so. I think original art is not a place that is sold on an app.
Can I say
Maybe.
something?
It'll go
Did I just see somebody drinking a beer with a straw?
Where?
Oh, Nash, Fantastic
Ish?
World.
No. Ish doesn't drink.
What is it? Is it a juice box? Come on, man. What you drinking?
It is a Diet Sam's Cola. Thank you for
I thought it was a beer.
It looks like a Coors.
What a straw, bro!
It's imitation Coors.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
As soon as you held it up, I thought it was Coors Light too. I was like, "Yeah, she started drinking."
He's trying to get drunk quicker.
Shit, bro.
He's trying to get drunk quicker.
If you know me, I do not drink out of cans. I got to put my mouth to a can. I cannot drink out of cans.
It's almost like Nicolas Cage from Kiss of Death, right? You don't like the taste of metal, so he has plastic forks and shit. You remember that?
That's a normal thing. I've heard people have that before. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, that's an underrated movie right there. Kiss of Death.
Let me see the can again, bro.
I don't think I've seen that.
That was awesome.
Coors Light with the straw.
That looks so much like a Coors.
Oh yeah, baby!
Get more wasted.
You know it's a night at MCM when you're drinking beer out of a straw, right?
That's awesome, dude.
Playing the game.
One more thing I do want to talk about, whatnot, before we won't talk about it for the rest of the night, is the giving campaign that's going on with Big Leg and his auction on the November 30th. He's doing an auction for where all proceeds go to Wounded Warrior, and that's going to be on November 30th. You guys can go bookmark his sale. It's up now. This is boxes that he showed up to today at his house from people that have donated books.
Wow.
So this is the type of community that I'm talking about, that I'm very thankful that we have grown, that we're part of, that we're continuing to do stuff and just doing cool stuff. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys know this, but the way that I got that I became a CBSI guy for life, a Flipside guy for life, is because my brother was suffering from bone cancer. And when this guy and Trey found out about it, when Sean and Trey found out about it, they immediately started a giving campaign for my brother. They raised, and it was this time of year, 6 years ago to the day almost. It was just December, a couple days before Christmas, 6 years ago. It's coming up on 6 years. My brother has been cancer-free now for over 5 years. They raised $1,300 in one night from my brother, and continue to raise money, as the time went on. And that's the type of stuff that is super important. So if any of you guys are on the Whatnot app, make sure to bookmark the November 30th sale. You can find the seller's name is Big Leg, BIGGLEGG. Of course, another content creator on Flipside channel, one of the OGs. And go spend some money at that sale, because the books are going to be amazing. It helps a good cause, and it helps grow our community in even better ways than we can by doing the show. So make sure you guys check it out. It's going to be really, really cool.
Dude, is that a full, look at that picture again. Is that like a short box at the bottom?
Hell yeah, it is.
Look at that. And they're all slabs, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of these are slabs, not all of them.
I mean, so Lake traveled through Texas, and so I was like, kind of like, well, I'm meeting up with him anyways, so let me just like donate him books like in person. So I just tossed him like 3 different slabs.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish I sent him away with more, but yeah. Next time.
That's gonna be awesome, man. That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be a show to watch, man. Shout
out to everybody that sent him stuff. I know Hive Comics sent him a bunch of really cool books. I know that Drew at Wanted Comics sent a ton of books. So yeah, really, really cool, and make sure you guys check it out. All right.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
Sean's a
good
good
show.
man, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish he was a little smaller though.
Yeah. Any of you guys going? Is there anybody in the chat? Anybody going to any cons coming up? I know we have C2E2 coming. We have Emerald City in a couple weeks. Man, I'm really hoping to try and get out to Emerald City. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I might try. Yeah, a lot of crazy cons.
I would like to go to Emerald City, and because I know J. Scott Campbell always goes to that one. I want to see J. Scott. You know.
Yeah.
His stuff is always. Oh,
no, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say his stuff is always weird, like meeting him, because like if you want to book signed and witnessed, like you just have to like submit it to CGC for their like whole like private signing thing or whatever. But if you like wait in line to meet him, just raw signatures, like no grading and all that.
What?
And then
J. Scott Campbell?
Yep, and he does it like, and then from what I've seen at him at conventions, and then he has like a certain schedule for all his stuff. Like he's signing from this time to this time, or on this day, not on this day. It's kind of weird, but it makes sense, I guess.
I tell you I've got an old that swimsuit one, the Jim Lee, and it's got like 8 autographs, and he signed it Jeff Scott before he was J. Scott Campbell.
That's cool.
Yeah, you were showing that.
Cool.
Yeah,
it's like having an original top.
It was from some Comic-Con in Hawaii, dude. Because I found it at an antique store, and it was a binder with all these books. And dude, like the heat, that binder had an ASM 361 mint, and I sent it in. It came back a 9.8. Should have been a 9.9. It was so mint, you know. And
yeah, and Brian, Emerald City Comic Con, that's one of my favorite cons to go to. Just like the convention center they use, the layout is like so perfect, like, and everything's separated out, like where everything's spaced out. Yeah. And Seattle's fun
when
too.
is it?
It's December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, I believe.
Oh,
2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Yeah.
I thought Emerald City was like in March.
No,
did it used to be in March? Or
I think it might have used to be, but it's December 3rd through the 5th this year. So next week, I think.
Your mom, I believe it's still at the convention center that's like downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is another one I want to go to, Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario, California. Right? I think that's what it is. I really want to go to that one too. That's late December.
Shit, I'm ready for Baltimore again, dude.
Yeah.
LA Comic-Con's coming up to you in December.
Yep. So a lot of cool shows kicking off as the rest of the, Motor City, New York City, and Baltimore showed that it can happen. And it can happen, it can be run well. So they're slowly learning that we can get out there and do stuff again.
Hey, anybody read Donny Cates' Hulk 1 yet?
It's a great question. No. Have you?
I picked it.
I was going to, and then we fucking sold out of every last one. I didn't keep a copy.
That's the bummer about being the comic book sales guy.
I just have a funny feeling.
Yeah,
those Hulk books are gonna like create a shitstorm with other Hulk books, man. I just have a funny feeling he's just gonna light a fire on that book, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to pick one up, and I didn't even get out to get one. I have been so busy with other crap around the house for the last month that I haven't hardly done anything.
Yeah, it's been real low key with Donny Cates. You notice that? Like, just like not the electricity that he had right before King in Black. It just like, and I wonder that quiet is making me nervous. Like I better go out and pick up some variants of that issue 1.
The calm before the storm.
Yeah. Like,
well, his MO is always to have something happen in issue 3,
Yeah.
4, something like that.
yeah. So like, he's very he's sly. You know what I mean? He's gonna sneak in some shit that is just gonna, make all these other random Hulk books like. And I think we were talking about it before. It makes you go and dig and hunt for books. I mean, that's the fun part of collecting, when you're digging and you score.
Well, he lives in Austin. You have to be sly to live in Austin.
Yeah. They tell, when you're driving to Austin, they tell you, please don't move here,
Sounds like Colorado. You're muted, Brian.
I didn't know I didn't know Donnie Cates lived in Austin. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Looks like Nate 138th says, I don't know. The stuff I heard was a little questionable. I won't spoil it.
Okay.
Apparently, he's not used to MCM, where we spoil everything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think this whole channel, we spoil anything, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as spoilers on this channel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you didn't see, who said they didn't see episode 2 of Hawkeye?
I think that was Sam.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and Ish.
Ish.
Yeah. Echo comes out at the end.
Yeah, I gathered that.
No spoilers. Always trip out. It's like these people, like, no spoilers, and the movie's been out for 3 weeks. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, it's like I haven't seen Eternals yet, and I already know everything about it.
Yeah, you know what? I trip out on unboxings, dude. That people are unboxing their CGC and they cover it up. I guess a 9.6, and it came back 9.6. I knew it. And then I guessed 8.5. Oh, it came back a 9. Like, bro, just fucking show the books.
Well, it's like kind of like
show the fucking books, bro.
Have you never had a slab before? Because you can still see the grade on the back.
Yeah, dude, but like I trip out. It's like, okay, let's see, and it's a husband and wife duo, and they're like, oh, let's see, and like, dude, just show the fucking books. Go in unboxing. 9.8. I got a 9.8. I got a 9.6. Got fucked over here.
But their viewers enjoyed the excitement.
No.
So what I hear you saying is you're watching shows other than Tales from the Flipside.
Yeah.
Well, see, there's your problem.
I like to look at unboxings, but I don't like to see unboxings where people do that shit. Let's see. Oh, I guess right. Like, who cares? Just show me the book.
They do that with cards. They have like a decoy card first. It's just like, just show the card.
Oh yeah, I hate that shit, dude. Just show the fucking cards.
Don't watch my card breaks then. So.
Yeah, don't do that, Aaron.
You use the decoy card.
No, I mean, like if I see like like a meme or something like that or autograph, and then like it didn't show it, like I'll sweat it to make it the last card to show to the person.
I want to do a pack break where I'm trying to pull the shittiest player, right? Oh, I got it. It's fucking not even numbers, bro.
This guy tore a hammy. This guy tore a hammy. He's been benched for the last 9 months.
They just set him down. They just set his ass down, bro. Yes.
I pulled the base card.
Bench.
Who pulls the shittiest player? That ought to be a thing, bro. He died. Bro, did you see that guy?
Actually, that happened to me on Thursday. I was opening a box of Upper Deck NHL, and kind of the one big pull was the Columbus goalie that died getting hit by fireworks.
Is he in that?
It's like, ugh. Well, I pulled one of his Young Guns cards.
Wow.
Damn, what was his name?
So I was like, damn, this might be a big hit.
Yeah.
People are crazy,
on
dude.
On the tail of a tragedy, sadly, but hey,
dude, that one player that punched his girlfriend and threw her into a TV.
Zach Stacy.
Zach Stacy. I went onto eBay, and his rookie patch auto was sold for like $80, bro. And I'm like, people are actually buying like social pariahs like that. Like OJ cards still sell, you know?
Josh G, thank you for your $4.99 super chat, and thank you for the love, man.
So
yeah, how are we going to divvy up that $4.99? Like somebody put like, do I get like 65 cents?
Yeah, we'll send it all
taxes.
Right, comes in an envelope and I hear change.
Yeah. So this was funny to see. Big Leg ripped an Antonio Brown Raider card on air right after Antonio Brown quit the team, and he ripped it up. Just
Oh, really?
yeah, it was out of Panini Black too. All right, so everybody's talking about the Hulk stuff, right? So there is some crazy things that I did see in it. This is one of them. This is kind of weird, like Hulk just destroying everybody, decapitating people. Like, what's up with that? That's kind of crazy. There's just a head flying.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
there's a cool double splash page.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw just kind of flipping through it, and I was like, pretty cool art.
Yeah, that's a cool page right there, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's neat.
Yeah, but basically he turns some ship into the Hulk, and the Hulk's wearing the ship around him, and Banner is inside the mind, and like it's weird. It is very weird. I don't know if I understand it. So if anybody in the chat gets what's going on, I don't get it. So shout out to Josh G again.
Yeah,
is that better? Boom.
Oh yeah,
set
it's
and
all great. Thank you, brother.
We're up to $1.50 now, baby.
Yeah. The way you
the question is like for Hulk, for understanding the Hulk is Immortal Hulk, is it required reading now? Especially the ending.
That's great. That's a great question.
Immortal Hulk
Josh
number
G
50. Does that lead into Hulk 1?
Josh G won some casino money and dropped it in the super chat. Found $300 and dropped it in the super chat. Josh G, man, we need to send you a super chat, bro.
Oh yeah, let's send him a book, dude.
Yeah.
So,
is that first appearance Hulk spaceship?
I don't know, man. Yeah, he basically made Hulk into HAL 9000. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's really weird, man. Yeah, here's Hulk.
Weird.
Here's Hulk all like wearing this weird spaceship. Let me show you a good picture of it. Here you go.
What?
Yeah.
That's what?
Yeah.
That's not even like.
And then Banner is like in this weird astral projection inside the ship, and he uses Hulk's anger. As you can see right here, this is Banner inside the ship or some like astral projection place, and he has the Hulk caged, and he just keeps throttling. He keeps pissing off the Hulk for some reason, and I don't get that part. I don't get it. I don't get this book at all. Explain this to me. It doesn't make any sense.
You got to read Immortal Hulk.
What you do is you wait until a big rainstorm, and then you walk the desert and you listen for the croaking, and then you grab the toad and you lick it, and then you start.
You never lick a toad. Never lick a toad.
After you're done licking that toad, you sit down and write a comic book, and you go, "Oh yeah, Hulk ship, bitches, fucking Hulk ship."
Oh god.
Nick Spencer is like, he's drawing it, right? He's all like, what am I drawing now? He's the ship, bro.
Well, that wasn't the worst Hulk thing I've seen today. You guys want to see the worst Hulk thing that I've seen today?
I don't know if it's worse than.
Oh God.
Oh wow.
Is he playing for the Vikings? What's going on?
This is a retailer exclusive that's coming out. They did the basketball versions, and now they're doing football. And whoever whoever approved of this for said retailer needs to
reevaluate their life.
Yeah, reevaluate not just they didn't reevaluate their profession, because this has got to be one of the worst covers I've ever seen.
Bro, what the fuck does Hulk need a helmet for, bro?
Bro, it never even dawned on me. That is such a good point.
Why is Hulk playing football?
Bro, that's like putting a knife on a rifle, bro.
And look at this dude.
know what I mean?
This dude looks so weird. Like, are those supposed to be football pads?
Who the hell is going to run up and try and tackle him anyway? Like, at what point do you see the Raging Hulk running at you that you're like, oh, yeah, I got this tackle?
Yeah.
They should have just put one of those old school, like, football helmets on him. You know what I mean? Like, if they were going to do that.
Pad.
Yeah, how did
They
you
should have
get
put him in
that
the
helmet
lingerie
on,
league.
Bro? Hulk need helmet.
That is just terrible. So
that's
listen,
pretty bad.
Let's give some retailers some love out there. It is very important that you don't destroy this hobby by making these crap exclusive variants anymore.
Agreed.
It's not hard to make a good exclusive. This is not it.
Well, I mean, and it's one of those things too. If you're gonna pay for a premium of a store exclusive, like the art should be better than like whatever incentive, whatever A cover B with whatever letter cover. You know, if I'm gonna pay a premium for it, I want it to pop.
Is anybody in the chat thinking before we talk shit about it, is anybody in the chat thinking about buying this, or did they buy it?
Bro, there's so many things wrong with this book, bro. It's like
one day
somebody that
when they make a
know
TV
anything.
show.
What?
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I was gonna say when they make a TV show of Hulk football team, this artist is gonna complain about the opening credits.
I got no credit.
Watch.
It might be rugby.
Be like, my art influenced the show.
Trace Hunter, I don't
Hulk
think
football.
at least that Momoko Venom cow wasn't a retailer exclusive.
bro, would this look better with the trade dress?
Hey, let us know what grade you get from CGC.
Bro, like somebody's mom probably drew this. I thought I put a helmet on him.
No, this Barron's guy is a good artist. He draws dope stuff from, but
his Spawn covers have been crazy good.
Oh my god, that's bad.
Dude, the helmet just is terrible.
Bad. Okay, so out of this cover, and do you remember the silk was it the basketball one where it looks like a giant like what a cat coughed up? Like, which one do you like? Would you the giant fur ball? Like, which one would you rather have in your collection?
I can't find the silk one. I'm looking for. Oh, here's the silk one. I got the silk one. Hold on. Let me grab the silk one. Let me put that one up. All right. So here's the silk one.
Yeah, gun to head. Which one are you choosing?
Yeah.
Silk, Hulk, silk.
Well,
Hulk.
if I got to pick,
I'll take the silk.
I guess
I'll take the silk too. At least it has a rated rookie.
Well, and I'm going with the trade dress because I think Redwood makes a good point.
Hey, see if you can superimpose the trade dress on that Hulk book and see what it does.
You know what, guys? We need to do a year-end show. So start and we don't need to. We are doing a year-end show extravaganza. So everybody start thinking of your 5 favorite covers and your 5 worst covers of the year. And we want to know those. Also, we want to know what should we call these comic ages from 1990 and up. Whether it's 3 different ages or 2 different ages. Figure it out. And send us a 3-minute video or less, 3 minutes or less, and we'll play those on the year-end show. You could send them to talesfromtheflipside@gmail.com. Josh G says we need a Tales from the Flipside exclusive. Yep. I hear that all the time.
So from the 90s, could it be the age of overprinting, and then currently we're in the age of paper shortage?
I don't know,
I think
man.
it should carry on with the metals. So I mean, literally, it should go into aluminum.
So
Like
you
the
got
next level. Then you'd have like tin, and then I think your last current
Cobalt. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, cobalt. The last current 10 years should always just be current.
Modern.
It should,
Yeah.
your modern is your last 10 years is always going to be your modern / current.
Yeah.
The age of pressing, right?
I like speculation age. I like the variant age.
Age of plastic.
I like
I like the variant age.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think you got to stick with the metals though, because you already have your platinums, gold, silver, bronze.
Stick with the table of elements.
Yeah, you got to go into your coppers, your aluminums, your tins, your zinc.
Nah, you can't do that. I barely graduated high school, man. I mean, it's like I can't have some metals.
We're not
man.
reinventing the wheel
Cinematic
here. We're
age
just adding an
really
age.
good one. Cinematic age is a
Oh
really good
yeah,
one.
that one is good.
Dang. Look at
That-
Digital age. A lot of people say digital age, and I don't like it, but I think because so many people say it, it might stick.
I like the
pixel
cinematic
age.
age. I love
I don't like
that.
it either because comics are not digital yet.
Yeah,
Well, I
the
mean,
world agrees.
we're not in that
Cinematic
age yet.
age. Write that
yeah.
down.
Vibrating. Well, I mean, what about like when they put the digital inserts into comics? I mean, I think it makes. I think that makes that.
That makes it a thing.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if we had like a Marvel value stamp age, then that would make sense. Continue the flow, digital code age.
But the cinematic age, that has a ring to it, man.
Yeah, it does. How about
Would
the
it be
silicone age?
Would it be the age of Aquarius?
I want a silicone
Oh
age.
God. Hey, any of you guys watch WWE Survivor Series pay-per-view event?
No.
There was
Not
a
since
little
Eddie Guerrero died.
interesting Marvel. Okay. But
Cheap
this
to
last
win,
one,
baby.
last Sunday, they had a little Marvel crossover where Becky Lynch came out as Scarlet Witch and Charlotte Flair was Agatha Harkness. And then they fought. That was like actually the big fight of the night for the pay-per-view event.
That's cool.
So I thought that was pretty cool that they were repping some Marvel.
I thought you were going to be like Spider-Man came out and whooped everyone's
No,
ass.
nothing. That was it. That was
little
it.
skinny guy was kicking everyone's ass. I was going to be like, maybe I'll get into wrestling.
I get a kick out of I don't know if you guys have seen like the old superhero shows, and they have the new trailer in the background, the music and everything like that, and they did like the Avengers, and they had Lou Ferrigno come out, and it's just so hysterical the way they do that. I think you see it on YouTube, but they do the Avengers Endgame with the old Avengers. Who else did they put in there? Oh my God, the old Spider-Man and the old
the Spider-Man from Electric Company, and
the
original Captain America and the original Thor
with
from
the
their
plastic
TV series, and,
with the plastic frisbee that cap through,
and his
motorcycle,
his old Honda motorcycle, his Kawasaki or whatever. That thing was great. I mean, that's what I grew up on. So,
hey, bro,
I own the Daredevil run.
Hey, bro, those guys are in play again, dude. Like they're gonna come in through the multiverse.
There you go,
bro. Lou Ferrigno's gonna come out, dude.
Imagine
I'm calling it right now, dude.
When I went to and got to hang out with Tony at the free comic book day at the signing at the Comic Bug in California, Lou Ferrigno was there doing signatures.
Wow.
Yeah, so I actually got to like see and like interact and wave at him. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you, Lou. Like, yeah, I remember you.
He's still a big guy, right?
Yeah, he's still pretty big. He's not as cut as he was, but he's still a pretty big dude. He's a really nice guy, very cordial. Yeah, good.
Hey, what do you guys think of I don't know if this has been talked about at all about Marco from Saga being in a Taco Bell commercial.
Ugh.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
I do 100%.
Who?
Marco, the main character from the comic book Saga. The guy with the little horns that curl around. He was they had a stand
in a current Taco Bell commercial.
Yep. To promote the new Saga series starting up.
Well, is that what it is? That's my question. Is this officially some sort of promotion for Saga, or just someone doing the commercials just got it in there somehow? Because how many people know, obviously general audience watching this, what the hell? It's just two dudes with horns on their heads.
Yeah,
but as geeks, we were like, "Holy shit, that's fucking Saga eating a double steak grilled cheese Taco Bell burrito." Yep,
they're cosplaying. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's kind of a. It kind of is an advertisement.
I mean, my jaw dropped when I saw it. I was like, "Whoa, what? Like, who came up with this?"
But now people are going to go look. Like, who the hell was the guy with the horns, and what the hell is that about? And so it's going to pique interest. So it definitely is a cosplay Taco Bell commercial, but it's definitely got the Saga in the background.
Do we know maybe Brian K. Vaughan?
Where's the Saga in the background?
No, but you know what I mean? In the back of the story.
Oh.
The back of the underlining of the Taco Bell commercial storyline.
That's how it starts.
Saga character.
That, they're getting, it's done like a little bit of a little nugget there to see what happens, right?
Yeah, it's a total an Easter egg for comic fans.
Well, and they're familiarizing the general public who aren't familiar with comic book stuff.
That's a great point.
They're familiarizing it more so that later on, when they start seeing more advertisements at bookstores or at, toy stores or at whatever, they're like, oh, it makes sense now. That's Marco from the Saga, they're just familiarizing the product out there.
So keep it thorough. Yeah.
Says, do you guys think Saga will triumph on TV or movies, especially after what happened to Why the Last Man? And that is a great comment, because Why the Last Man, it blew me away that they got canceled that fast.
Yeah.
For how much people wanted that series, talking about it forever, how great that series is and how much people love it. Why the Last Man was the book that I remember guys giving their girlfriends, like, here, read this. This will get you into comics. After like Sandman and Preacher, that was the book. So it was the Saga before Saga.
Well, was the show good? Did the season 1 live up to expectations?
No,
it was horrible.
It was boring.
I just think
so. Then no surprise it got canceled.
I think they wait too long to do these shows. I mean, you got to strike when the iron is hot. Like, you look at Jupiter's Legacy, they waited too long for that. They waited too long for Why the Last Man. I'm afraid that they'll wait too long for Saga. Look what they're doing with Something Is Killing the Children. Boom. We got it coming. You're going to get a cast next. Boom. I mean, they're striking when the iron is hot. They waited too long to do what more did you need? It was a huge comic book. You didn't need any. I mean, like, bro, get somebody in there and let's make a show. They waited too fucking long for it. And then people just forgot about it, weren't interested. And then they fucked up the script.
Well, it was interesting too with, specifically with something that it had a natural buildup. It was this book that just came out of left field. Like, it, as soon as it dropped, it didn't have 1,000 variants to it. Like, that's what I liked about the series.
Right.
Here's more of my question right now. And aside from, should it be live action? Should it be animated? Should it be this? Should it be TV series or movie or whatever? My main question at this point is Todd McFarlane has come out and said he's starting his own, he's pushing and doing his own media company. So they're going to do movies and TV and a live stream and stuff. So are they looking to, by then at that point, because we're a year out or 2 years, then are we looking at Saga being ready? So now you have are you going Hulu? Are you going Netflix? Are you going the Image? Is that why another big push for Todd to do this, not only for the Spawn movie that he wants to do so it can finally be done right? Yeah, hate me in the comments. I don't care. Shut up.
No, I think
is he helping to do this because he saw what Walking Dead was, and he could have very easily pushed Walking Dead out on his own platform and made that money. He doesn't want to see that happen again.
I just think Saga, in order for it to be done right, you need like the James Cameron type of.
I was going to say Guillermo del Toro.
Or you need a hell of a writer. I mean, like, you need a great cast. Like, if you're going to do that right, you put that on a TV show, like a platform like Netflix, and maybe it does well, maybe, I don't know, but like Saga, like, to do it justice, needs to be on a big screen, like in an epic way. I don't know. What do you think, Yi?
Well, didn't Brian K. Vaughan say that he was never going to put it to screen?
I think he did say that.
I mean, I've heard that before, and then people were like, well, I thought maybe it was finally time to put it.
I don't know.
Speculation.
Did Aaron see that Taco Bell commercial?
Yeah, right.
Did you see it?
What Taco Bell commercial?
See, I don't think Aaron's seen it. Can you put it up,
Saga characters in it?
Yeah, Aaron had jumped off.
Oh, I think I got no, wait, here it is.
I was going to say the speculation, though, for the hiatus on Saga was that Brian K. Vaughan took a break to work out some sort of adaptation deal, figure it out if it was going to be a series or a movie, and then continue the book. And then now he's kind of saying that's not happening. So, because I think he did say he did not want it to be adapted now. So maybe he saw what happens to other shows and kind of soured on the whole idea.
Oh, and to answer James Lewis's question, I enjoyed Sweet Tooth. I don't know if y'all touched on that.
Oh, that was a good show.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah. And that might be an exception to the rule for like a lot of streaming services spec and stuff like that. Like Sweet Tooth wasn't like super hot like right before the series dropped, and then as soon as the series came out, like books like started climbing a lot.
No, Thorough said in the chat, McFarlane doesn't know how to transition his content to I'd agree. Like when they did the animated stuff, like
it was awesome. He did a damn fine job taking his comic into the animated series on HBO. I thought it was incredible, hands down. The movie, not so much, but he didn't have a whole bunch to do with it. The movie was crap.
Yeah.
So you didn't like John Leguizamo?
He did okay. I don't know who you cast as Violator. Like, how do you? I don't know how you do that and pull it off. And he did okay because of the part. But the movie was crap. It was absolute horrid crap. The animated on HBO was dope. They had to tone it down, which again Todd didn't want to do, but they did, and they toned it down.
What did they used to call that? Friday After Dark or something like that on HBO?
Yeah,
something like that.
But I love American, animated style films. I love some, I enjoy some anime, but my basis to all of it is. My main basis to comic books and everything is the animated, the animated features. I love them. I love that. And
then,
so I loved that Spawn. I loved it.
And then I have to admit, while I was away, I bought a book from Mighty Mel V when I was gone and whatnot.
What'd you buy?
I bought a Shang-Chi book, where it's a 1 in 50.
Oh, okay. Which one?
The one where he's like high kicking in the air.
That
the Cho variant.
Oh, was that on our pro spec?
I think it was actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you pay, bro?
$40.
That's not bad.
I know. Like, it might have been 41, but yeah.
You know what I like telling sellers on Whatnot if they get a book way under market value? I said, well, you paid $10. I'm going to put it in $10 condition. So, just letting you know.
And I let people in the chat that you can send it right back to them for pressing.
Yeah. And I charge $10.
So then you got your $20 value.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Speaking of pressing, there's been a lot of people asking pressing questions lately in the chats. I've noticed. You guys got to do another one of those pressing shows.
What type of questions are they asking?
Oh man, they're always asking pressing questions. As a matter of fact, I've been getting a lot of questions about give me some good pressers, and of course, I always throw out your guys' name. But yeah, man, pressing is an art form. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of time. There's so many good pressers in the community, man. Like, I've been lucky to have some good friends on this platform that really hype me up, and it feels good to be validated from like the Aaron Yees and the Robert Fordhams and the Steve from My Bargain Comics and Phil, and it just it's been a blessing, that's for sure. But there's so many
yourself. Give yourself some credit here now.
Yeah, but
on your IG, there was a book that was the back cover of it was like over a quarter of it. There 40% of the back of that thing was like a black moldy. Dipped it, dude. That book was fucked. It was fucked.
That was Dino's book, man.
And dude, you pulled that book out at the end with that final picture, dude. I'm amazed. I don't know how you did it. One day you're gonna have to show me, tell me, do something. I don't know. That book and those photos looks like you took it from a 3.0 to easily like an 8. Like I was absolutely dumbfounded, amazed. So give yourself credit where credit's due. You're putting in the work and figuring it out, and you've got some legit talent that you're displaying for people to see. And that's it helps to have the kudos from the other guys, but dude, that's you too, man. You're putting out the information for us people who want to know and who are watching you on Instagram and looking at your work and striving for that level, because you've put in the time and the energy. And it's not, I mean, I'm getting into pressing and working on it, and I'm getting slowly better. I'm not anywhere near your level, but what I'm learning is that you have a shit ton of time in pressing books, because that's where you get your most knowledge.
Well, I've got like 6 presses. Well, 6.5, because I got a little baby press, but I never thought that I'd be like pressing this amount of books. Like I've got probably about 250 books I have to run through the next couple of weeks, but it's been crazy. That's for sure. I mean, if you're going to start off pressing, I mean, like, get a whole bunch of junk books and practice and play around with temperature and humidity and see what's possible, like try and crack the code on different books.
Sure.
There's so many different kinds of paper, like through all the different ages that we've been talking about, like, but you'll have some you'll have some frustrating times, but then when you like know exactly what to do, it's fulfilling. But you know, I cleaned up Chris Colbert's like GI Joe, the back of it, and that, you know, sometimes like the grades, like, are you fucking serious? Like the grade came back like a 6.0, and I told Chris, send that book right back to me, dude. I'm gonna fucking redo it. But like when you, it's like night and day, and you still get a shitty grade, it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing you have to deal with is another set of eyes looking at the book. You know, you get validated through like what other people say. Holy shit, you know. But then you send it to the grader, and they don't feel that same way.
Sure, but I also understand that. So that guy grading the book is not. He's not looking or following Red Hood on the IG, so he didn't see that, 40% covered black back on the back of it, where it was that 2.5 or that 3.0 before you sent it in. So one of the things that I have had a hard time in my learning and trying and doing this is that I also get to see the book beforehand versus after. Whereas the guy that's just a non-conformant or a non-follower or whatever may be the case is just seeing the end product. So look at that, man. So he's really seeing, God, that just, wow.
Right? That looks badass, bro. What's up, bro?
Look at that. Dude, that just, how dumbfounding is that? I mean, look at the absolute change from that to that.
Hey, that's hard, dude. That took like
me.
3 weeks, bro. Dina was like, "Hey, where's my book, dude? Let me finish."
Yeah,
you know?
like that's some serious work right there.
And
That's
so
not an overnight, 15-minute bang out a clean and drop it in the press for an hour or two. That's some work right in there. That is fucking impressive.
So, like, somebody just said, "Do I have insurance?" No, I don't have insurance. Like, I know what my skill set is, and I'm going to pre-screen the book. If the book is going to fall apart even before I do anything, I'm not going to touch the book. Now, like, I've got a lot of experience in golden and silver, and I know exactly what to do. I'm going to check the staples. I'm going to check and see if the cover is going to be detached, if I even wiggle it a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not stupid. I'm not just going to take any rag and try and fix it. I'll pre-screen, and then I'll hit the client back and say, "Hey, man, you've got some issues on this book." But sometimes my ego will get the best of me, and I'll try and push it out and try and get a high 9 out of it, when in reality there's no way in hell it's coming back anything above an 8.5. But yeah. So like I tell pressers, look, that is a t-shirt heat press, right? If you're going to legitimately press books, right, do not use this. Only because can you press out some moderns? Absolutely. You can get some good grades pressing out some moderns with minimal heat, but legitimately you want a dry mount press. That's what you want. You want a dry mount press. And I'm not telling you because that's what I use. Some of the best pressers will not touch this. And if you think I'm lying, you can hit them up. It's all about a dry mount.
So explain to us what a dry mount is then.
So dry mount, you can honestly, you can manipulate temperature. You can get a press on a book without using any kind of heat if you don't need heat, right? Yeah. A heat press, it's tough to manipulate temperature. Like I've seen people on YouTube. So I put it at 150 degrees, and then I close it up, leave it on for 45 minutes, like they're making some like like a pizza or something, dude,
Yeah.
like that. It's just tough to manipulate temperature, and I'll just leave it at that, but like if you're doing good on the pressing that you're doing with that heat press, and you're having good luck with it, and hey, I'm not knocking you. Hey, you do you. But like these kinds of dry mount presses are what's going to help you get the best grade out of your book, bar none.
Okay.
Like, and I like, that's the best advice I can give you. It's got a silicone pad in there to help, keep your book stable. You could also use some plates and put it inside that dry mount press as well. There's lots of tricks depending on the damage and the wear on the book. That's that right there is a steal. $160 right there for that seal jumbo 150. Like, bro, like if you want to start off pressing, get that press right there with that green silicone pad. Those things are money right there, dude. I may go fucking buy that right now.
Now, see, all the dry mounts that I've looked at, I couldn't afford a single one of them.
You can afford that one. Hey, how much is
I
that?
can afford that one,
bro. How much is that?
It's sold? It's old. It's not. There's not available for that anymore.
$160. That is fucking cheap, bro.
Yeah, I don't see dry mount presses for less than $1,000.
Nah, you can find it, man. I found two of them for like $350 without local pickup, bro.
Craigslist, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So that's good information.
Okay, see that one right there, Brian? That's kind of like that's that big. No, I thought it was bigger than that. I've got a big motherfucking press, dude.
I just use a shirt screen press. No, it's
see that seal.
It's harder.
That's a beautiful one right
This
there.
is the one I have right here.
Oh yeah, that's gorgeous, dude.
I think it's
I'm all looking at it like a car. Brian. I'm looking at it like a car. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, these sealed dry mount presses are. Yeah, these sealed dry mount presses are really, really hard to find, especially the newer ones in the secondary market, because people like us scoop them up. There's pressers that are sitting on multiples of these and they haven't even used them,
I use all mine. That's for sure. So. That's for sure.
And you just found it on Craigslist, huh? Okay.
No,
so I found mine from on what's that app? OfferUp. I found mine on OfferUp. A guy had worked for the cleanup crew at an old Motorola plant out here in Phoenix.
Right.
And they basically just told everybody, the cleanup crew, hey, if you want anything that's left, take it. If not, just throw it away. And he saw the seal press and he's like, that looks expensive. And I think I bought it for $100.
Yeah, and it's like I've seen it. Dude, that's like a $5,000 press. That thing's huge. You could fit like freaking 6 or 7 books on that thing at one time. That thing's giant.
No, pressing is not my full-time job. Hell no, man. Like, hell no. Like, no way. But it's a labor of love. You got to love this thing, man. Like, if you're not into it and you just, because like you see, I just get off on fucked up books. Man, I can fix that. You know what I mean? That it's like you got to love comic books to do this. Really love books.
It's funny you say that because on Tuesday I went out with Sean, right? And I took him to this bar that has comic books at it. And it has old consoles, all that kind of stuff. And we're hanging out and we're just like pulling out books, and then we're like, he's like looking at them. He's like, yeah, I can probably press this up to a, whatever grade. And it's just like kind of like it was, just fun. Like, and so I guess like Trial by Gods or Nate and we were just like grabbing books and like, hey, what do you think you can get this up to? And then, it was fun just like digging through what they had for us to read, and it's funny. Like we pulled out a Hawkeye 1, Kate Bishop's first solo series, like where they just had it as a reader for people to like read at the bar. I thought it was just funny.
I got a question. Now, one of the things that I first did to try and help teach myself is I cooked books. Literally did all I could to melt the motherfuckers. Like I figured out what it would take to melt a comic. Now, these were just old, shitty, burned back. I mean, they were like in the free bin because they're so destroyed. But I literally just took a couple or got a couple, and I still have half a box. And I just did all I could to melt it and like destroy it and overcook it. And did you ever do that? Did you ever find out like what the threshold is? Just because at one point, well, in the learning process and curve, you're probably going to do it. You may overguess on time or heat or whatever the case may be. And I figured, hey, you know what? I'll take that right out of the equation. I'm just going to destroy a crap book before I destroy a good book.
See, the hair on the back of my neck just went up when you said that, because that's exactly how I taught myself, right? So you take that out of the equation. What temperature? What is my threshold? What is my threshold of time and temperature? So you never go over that, right?
Yeah.
You never go past that.
Right.
And then you start understanding what temperature starts taking ink off, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So what temperature starts affecting the staples? What temperature starts affecting the internal paper, right? So that's exactly what you do. And then you go backwards, right?
Right.
And then what's that honey, that sweet
spot.
Yeah.
Well, and I noticed that time with the heat made a big difference too. So even after I got the sweet spot of heat and how to control the heat and figure out my top and bottom plate to get a little more transfer, then I started messing with my time.
Absolutely.
Of where to get that. And so once I overcooked a couple on time, then I cooked some books. There's a reason when I hit the IGs and you see it says up there hashtag cooking books. Like that's a double entendre. But yeah, I'm cooking books. I melted a few to find out how to hit that sweet spot. So especially with the newer ones, because the ink in the newer ones is I mean, it melts quick versus some of the earlier newsprint, silver copper. Man, you can actually heat those things up pretty good for a while before you start melting pages and crap together. It's a lot harder on those.
One of the papers that I hate pressing, I just hate it, is the DC paper of the late 70s. Oh, fucking hate that paper. Yeah. It's just something about that paper. I just hate it.
That's funny because I got some books. I got to press some world's finest. I mean, just early 80s, late 70s.
Fucking hate that shit.
And I'm just
I'm
not there yet. I'm just like, God, I don't want to do it yet.
No, but some of my favorites, of course, is like Silver Age Marvel. I love pressing Silver Age Marvel and cleaning. Like, there's a lot of great pressers out there, but can you clean a book?
That's another thing. That's another thing.
Yeah, that's on top.
Can you talk a little bit about that? Because a lot of people are saying that the cleaning part, and that's all what I always get asked. Do you know anybody that can clean books? Yeah, talk a little bit about that part of the pressing and cleaning business.
Okay, so like when I started, I said, man, I because I had and YouTube and of course the CGC chat or whatever, talking about cleaning and of course, everything was top secret. And, you know, so I was there with different kinds of artist erasers and shit like that. And just like, man, I just can't get some of these stains off. And so cleaning is a different animal. You know, number one, don't use erasers. Number two, don't use dry erase. That Mr. Clean. Don't use any of that shit.
That's great advice, because I bet you a lot of people are using that putty stuff or those Mr. Clean erasers.
So
their first try.
The putty, you know, a lot of people have talked about the putty. Now, if you've got an old book, here's where the putty comes in handy.
Mm-hmm.
And I've used it a few times, and I've used it to bring back some of the luster on the cover, give it some of that reflectivity back, because sometimes a book will just be so dull, you know, the cover will be dull, and that takes away from the appearance of the book. So the putty, if done properly, right, and not smeared across the book, just gently applied and as a roll, you know, you can give a little bit of luster back to a book that's dull. Otherwise, I don't use the putty, you know. Let's see. I don't want to.
Now that putty, from what I've noticed, you can't even use it on the new books because it'll adhere and stick to the covers, and then you have to try and clean that off.
No,
it won't work on any moderns.
Yeah, I was strictly talking about like silver and
right.
Age,
Silver Age, you can definitely get a little more luster. Now, what I hear you saying, and from my experience, that putty really is, when I rolled it and dabbed a couple spots, and it was pulling the dirt off of it, which is what gave it that luster.
Right.
Rolling it into almost a cylinder, and you got to work it in your hands first, work it real good, get it, you know, pliable, get it warm, and then roll it on there. And that it's just got a little adhesion to it enough that it'll pull that dirt up without pulling that ink.
Right.
That's what you're saying, right?
You're just trying to take a little layer off of that just to bring some of that color back up that has been dulled,
muted.
From age, you know, and from oxidation and shit like that, you know. But a lot of the success comes from, and you know, I'll give a little cornbread is the humidification, right? So I talked about this on with Aaron and on what was that show with Gogol?
Comic Book Food Chain.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Comic Book Food Chain. Shout out Comic Book Food Chain. But you know, I talked about like the humidification, like that is key. That is key to pressing a book.
Mm-hmm.
That is like, you need to be able to humidify a book properly to get the best results out of a press. Like, can you press a book without? Of course you can. Like the modern books off the rack, you may not even need to use any humidity. You may not even need to use any heat, but you know that's where the experience comes in. You know, but older books, humidity, you need to, especially you've got sub creases and binary issues where you need to be able to trick the fibers of the paper to conform back to where they're supposed to be. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Right. So you're trying to untrain the fiber where it's gone to bring it back, and to hold steady once you put it in the press, right? So that there's a whole lot of chemistry going on there, and when you figure that out, that'll kind of get your book to the best possible state. Now, it's not 100% guaranteed that it's going to take your book from an 8.0 to a 9.8, but you'll get close. You know, I pulled some rabbits out of the hat, but that's because you're able to put that book in a better present that book in a better light. You know, Aaron sent me a UF4. That book was a 8.5. That book was a fucking 8.5, and we did some stuff, right?
Okay, so what was making it an 8.5? Was it creases? Was it bends? Was it spine ticks? Was it bad corners?
Yes.
Yep. So
all of it.
Yeah. So it was funny. The person. So I bought it from my shop, and it was funny. The reason why I bought it was because I flipped a couple cards, like a couple mega boxes, because I hit up Brian. I was like, hey Brian, like, are these any good? And he's like, yeah, grab as many as you can right now. And then I was like, okay. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and list them on eBay. I want to see if I can get more because like I know which store has it. And the so I was like, if they don't sell, I'll just sell them to you because I don't care. And then they sold for so much that I made up enough money to buy that UF4. And I was like, cool. And this is like at the peak of like when UF4s were like 9.8s were hitting like 3K and stuff like that. And the guy was only selling it for I think like $300 or something like that. And it was on consignment for someone. And that was the guy that he was selling it at that shop. And he was like, yeah, it doesn't need a press or anything like that. And I was like, I'll be the judge of that, like, because I'm gonna be the one that's sending it for grading. And then when I checked it, it definitely had the polybag creases in it, a few spine ticks. I want to say there was like a big amount of color rub on the corner that like I know that's like your trade secret. So I'm not I don't know what wizardry you did to like fix that, but like it was like night and day looking at it afterwards.
So that book came back in 9.4, which that's a success story. Like I had cracked open Nico's UF4 Jurjevic variant, and I pressed the shit out of that, and I prayed to Jesus on that. That book should have came back a 9.4, 9.
That's the magic. You prayed to Jesus on it. And you were like,
"Hey, bro,
help me, Jesus,
bro." That was like one of the most heartbreaking like presses. Because that bitch should have been a 9.4, 9.6. That book is beautiful. And it came back a 9.0. I leveled him up, right? It came from an 8.5. I bumped into a 9.0. I was so disappointed. I gave him his fucking money back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And it's, Nico won't send it back to me. I was like, give me that fucking book back, dude. It's like it's just irritating that it's still out there, man.
So Eric, what we're talking about is actually called like an absorberine, and so it's not the eraser is actually it's a putty. And I'll show you the other erasers that a lot of people you hear talk about. I don't think Red Hood uses them. I don't know. This putty it looks like chewing gum. You put it in your hands, you rub it, you get it like all warm. Put it in your hands and rub it. I'm sure that we're all familiar with that. And then you kind of move it into a ball or a cylinder, and then you got to be real careful when you can't use it on commons at all, because this stuff will absolutely adhere to the cover and get residue all over it, and then you're screwed. But on the older books, you can gently kind of rub this around on there and pick up some of that dirt and get a little bit of that dirt and stuff back off of it. It's not a one and done process. Depending on the book and the dirt, it takes a little bit of work. You gotta, and that's my experience. Red Hood is far more experienced than I am in all of it.
Like that absorbing, your best results are going to be on magazines.
Yeah.
on magazines, because it will bring back the shine on a lot of like old Sports Illustrateds and oh my god, like just old movie magazines and stuff like that, where it's painted on those old 1950s magazines that if you so much as try anything, it'll smear. So that's what that absorbing is probably best for. Is it for me is magazines. I rarely use it. Rarely.
Yeah, I've used it maybe 3 times, but I've done a bunch of old like magazines and old books and old stuff like that. So, the sponges are this like just a dry cleaning sponge, and you can get them right on. I got all this stuff right on Amazon, and they don't look. They look very different. They're like a big full block, and then as they get dirty, you cut them and you cut them down. Like this one I've used just because I've been practicing and doing a bunch of stuff. So I mean, you can see I've cut the crap out of it, and I need to cut it again. You can see almost how, if I can get a light on it, you can almost see how dirty that is on the top of it. I mean, there's a big difference along that very line. But when I barely use this, like I don't put a lot of pressure because you'll just rip stuff off. And slowly dragging it, for me, I found it's picked up a lot of dirt. And yes, fingerprints. It takes fingerprints right off. We all know how the Wookiee hates fingerprints. And do you use these erasers, these soft sponge, dry sponge erasers at all?
So a long time ago, I used to, and then where things changed for me, like I ran into this lady that shops at my store. She used to be an art curator, and she was in charge of a lot of like artwork. And it just randomly came up that I clean and press comics, and that's sort of like art. And lo and behold, she kind of like she told me a couple of things on how to improve the paper and how to clean it. And and what you saw when Brian put on that post of Dino's book, the before and after, that's more so a result from her telling me how to do that. And so that is kind of like that right,
insider stuff.
It's way insider stuff. Like, man, that's what's going to keep me relevant for a little while until people can figure out like what to do. But I do like, I'm not going to knock any kind of cleaning product if you can get a result out of that. And I'm not going to knock, I never disrespect any other presser's work or somebody trying to press. I'm not that guy, and especially, like we talk about Sean Bigleg and all the stuff that he does for the comic community, and the stuff him and Trey did to raise money for Brian's brother, and the stuff he's doing for Wounded Warrior. Let me tell you, that guy is one of the most generous guys on the comic planet. Like I was coming up, and I kind of wanted to see if I was on the right track. And that son of a gun like told me, yeah, keep doing that and keep doing this. And I bugged the shit out of Sean. He's like, man, who the hell is this guy from Texas? I sent Sean a box of cereal and some artwork, and it was like, man. And like I finally got a chance to meet this guy in Baltimore, and like, dude, like that's meeting that curator from the art gallery and Sean Leggett, that's why you got Red Hood here, man. I mean, like just being generous in the community. So if somebody hits me up and, asks me, hey, am I on the right path? I'm definitely going to pay it forward. I pay it back, because I don't want anybody to fuck up their books or fuck up somebody else's.
That's
book.
Awesome. That's very cool, because there's a lot of people out there that treat pressing, like it's, a voodoo practice. They don't want to teach anybody anything. And I would rather have people not mess up their books than mess up their books. Now, I'm not saying give away all the cornbread, but
get them started and to practice. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Because, the way I press is going to be totally different than the way Sean presses.
Yeah.
Right. We've all got a technique, but at the end of the day, it's like you've got this bullseye, and it's all about getting to that bullseye. Some people may go around it 3 or 4 times, but they eventually get to the bullseye. It's like, how do I get this book into the best possible condition it can get to? And am I going to fuck it up if I do this or that? I tell people to stay away from certain things. First, don't use any erasers when you're cleaning a book. I'll give you a simple tip. Use a Q-tip to clean your books.
Yeah.
And try it.
With water?
Some distilled water. Try it. And that is one little itty bitty trick I can give you. Try it and get a Q-tip, dip it in some distilled water, right? And then you tell me if an eraser will do what that does. So that's the cornbread of the night.
There we go.
Yeah.
Great conversation on pressing, you guys. That's more stuff that we got to learn as we go, and I always wanted to put together like a pressing Voltron group. Get you, Big Leg, Half Price Crook, a couple other people that we met in Baltimore.
You press like a little bit, don't you, Brian?
I you know what, man? I don't. I own a press, but I don't do any.
How much
pressing.
You want for it, bro?
I'm sure you get that asked that question all the time, huh?
Yeah.
I asked because that's where I bought my other presses from Brian, and I saw his press, and I was like, I know I can't afford it, but what are you asking for it? He said, no, you can't afford it, and he did give me a price. I won't reveal it.
Yeah.
No, the biggest compliment is when other pressers hit you up and say, "Man, how did you fucking clean that book, bro?" That's the biggest. What did Thorough say? He said, "There's nothing better."
He said that you're speaking truth, brother.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, and that's another great guy right there. If you guys aren't watching, keep it Thorough, man. It's great content. Thorough is one of the smartest comic book speculators in the game, man. Yeah, we had a chance to have him on Dealer Flipside. He's a great guy, and he was one of the first to put me on his show a long time ago. Flipside and Thorough. I mean, you guys helped me get through COVID, man. It's just like watching the same TV shows over and over again. Sometimes this is a great escape, if you're having problems, and can always go back to comic books and take your mind off of things, man.
Yep. Well, that again, community, man. We talk about that a lot. That's very important with me. I really hope to kind of pass that along. I think that conversations like this, like having these roundtable type conversations, are just super, super important, because not only do you learn stuff from it, you learn how other people think, how other people feel. You're not just inside your bubble, right? You can one of the most important things that somebody can say to me in a conversation, when we're having a conversation, is to say, you know what, I don't know. I need to think about that. And that's what conversations do. They make you go, you know what, I never thought about that. I need to think about that. Whether it's for a serious thing or for cleaning your comic books. It's when you go, I don't know. You know what? I never thought about that. Very important stuff. Keep the conversation going. Keep it going in all these circles. We're going to get thorough on here on this channel again. We got a lot of people that we want to get on this channel and have some fun with and do some collaboration with. But so one of the things that before we go, I want to talk about is I get asked a lot products to buy for live streaming, and the two most important things that you can get is this and this, and webcam. All right, I really like the Logitech 920s. They give 1080p or 1080 HD webcams. They're about $60. Sometimes you can get them for as low as 30. I got this at Target. I think I paid $60 for it. I own a couple of them. You can mount them onto the top of your monitor. You can mount them onto a little tripod. They're amazing. Pick up a webcam. Don't stream or out of your little laptop camera or your phone camera. Just get a webcam. And then the other thing, a mic. I really recommend this mic right here. This is the Shure MV7. It is one of the best mics you can buy, especially for podcasting and YouTube streaming, because it has, as you can see right here, it has the XLR attachment, but I don't even have to use that because this also has a USB attachment. And the SM7B, right, is the one that most people get. That only has XLR. So get the MV7. You can get them really cheap right now. I think Best Buy had one, I think, the other day for $129. It might still be $129. It's usually a $250 mic, but it's one of the best buys you'll make. And you'll always be able to use it. And so make sure that you guys, if you're thinking about getting into this, pick up a quality mic, pick up a quality camera, and that's all you need. That and a phone. You can plug this into your phone. This is what I use on my Whatnot sales, or any type of computer. You're good to go. So it's for everybody out there. All right. That being said, you guys, thank you for hanging out. Remember, tomorrow you guys can find me on Whatnot doing Star Wars books. I've got a ton of crazy stuff. Let me show you some of the stuff that I was just kind of going through. We've got Darth Maul 1 in 100s. Yeah, we got regular Darth Maul stuff. We got the icon variants. We got 1 in 200 Joe Quesada variants.
Where do you get these books, Brian?
I see it. Phil
1 in 25. We've got the Uchi of Bestoon run, Darth Vader number 9, all 3 books.
God, I need those too.
We've got the 1 in 10 animation variant. We've got the Dr. Aphra Story Thus Far variant.
And remember, if any of you buy these and there's even just the slightest little crease in there, you can send that on down to Red Hood and get a good press out of that.
Bro,
this is the
that
Del
is
Mundo
one of
variant.
my favorite books.
That's a great
cover. The Del Mundo variant. You can see Anakin hiding back there.
Dude.
This is also the first appearance of Black Chrysanthemum. Yeah. As is this book right here. This is the really, really hard to find. This is the one of the rarer ones from that run variant. This is the Midtown Comics variant. Really great covers. Got Boba Fett on it, and that's so that's the type of stuff you're going to see tomorrow on Star Wars Sunday. Also, you guys, Star Wars Sunday, it begins on Whatnot, and then you guys can jump on over to Renovision and watch the Dark Side crew over there. Also, if you guys are really into finding out, thinking about prices and finding out what some of this stuff could be worth, what you could sell it for, we also have the market report on Sundays on this channel. Immediately following my Whatnot sale, we'll have the market report here, where it just gives you an idea of some of the books, comics, toys, memorabilia, action figures, trading cards, all that stuff. Just some crazy sales throughout the week. It's a lot of fun. Make sure to check that out. That's tomorrow, Star Wars Sunday, here on Tales from the Flipside. That being said, you can find all of these guys right here on IG, as you see their IGs, and on Whatnot, and also on this channel. Yeezy Yee and Red Hood doing a great job over there on the modern playbook stuff.
Man. That's all.
And of course, you can see Solo Wookie here with us.
And then, for Dealer Flipside, hit me up on IG. Like, I'm always taking suggestions for books or comparisons. Like, I know people get tired of like some of the same old ones I do, but I mean, sometimes we just need updated prices. And if you're interested in participating, also hit me up.
Yes, we would listen, you guys. We're going to start scheduling guests here on the channel this next year. We're going to start bringing a lot more other content creators on, like Thorough. We want to have Thorough on again. We want to get JJ on here, do a Dealer Flipside show with us. We want to get let's get Nate 138th on here, to hang out and do Saturday with us. Late Night Comics, all you guys that are hanging out with us, even if you don't have a place where you do content creation, if you guys got a decent enough setup, a mic and a camera to come hang out with us, you're more than welcome, especially here on Saturday night, Modern Comic Mayhem. And shout out to Kyle and his beautiful wife, who is her birthday is today. She's turning a very, very young 29, I believe. I think it's 29. We'll say 29. So shout out to Nubia.
26.
For those of you guys that don't know, Kyle's wife has an amazing, beautiful name. Her name is Nubia, and Kyle buys the Wonder Woman Nubia books because of that. So if you ever come across any Wonder Woman Nubia books that Robert Fordham already has, send them out to Kyle as a birthday gift to his beautiful wife Nubia, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out.